If you guys are ready to start, you're both in Foundry, we shall get underway. Let's see. So, everybody, you guys remember where we last left off?
I don't fully remember the details of the mission, but I
Okay.
remember this place.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious the
I'll take
situation
I'll take
we're
a
in, but
recap.
okay. So, yeah, last session, um, the ambush that you'd set up had gone, tits up, and you managed to turn it around. You got the first lead on the traitor you're searching for after questioning a separatist captain. She gave you the identity of her commanding officer, um, and this led you to an old IMC listening post that had fallen into separatist hands. And after dealing with mercenary forces guarding the exterior of the installation, we pick up in media res with the squad stacked up outside of the control room with one or more smoke grenades at the ready. And what I'll do, well, let me ask you this: Are you going to like drop a smoke grenade in front of the door ahead of time, or are you going to like open the door and then throw smoke into the room?
I believe the plan was to like open the door and then toss it inside the
Okay,
room.
so I'm just letting you know, just like for full clarity,
Wait,
that like, oh, sup?
why are we? Okay, wait, I have an idea.
Oh no.
Yeah, someone toss a smoke in front of the door. In fact, let it go for a round, and then the second that door is open, I'm gonna throw a white phosphorus in.
Um, do
Uh,
note, I will remind you that your mission is to locate the identity of the traitor. Do you really want to risk
Shit!
killing a lead?
No, we can't kill him. Ah. Okay. If we smoke the door, though, they're the ones who wait on us. We have to breach through, which means we can't see.
Well, do note that if memory serves, you can't overwatch a hex that is in smoke. So like theory, whereas you could still move through the
Overwatch
smoke.
waiting for us to walk through the smoke, and once we're on the other side, it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, because I'm
Can
gonna
we
tell
see
you,
out of the smoke?
if you are in the hex that is smoked, no.
See, that's just not a good. We have to remember we're attacking. They aren't coming out to us unless we
Yeah,
force them
and
out somehow.
realistically, between all the autocannon chaos and the firefight in the building, I'm just gonna be fully realistic. Like expectations wise, they are well the fuck aware that you are there.
Oh
Um,
yeah, of course.
so and the
I
reason I'm
didn't.
just
I
being
can't.
thorough and letting you plan this out is because of the last time I remember people trying to fucking breach a guarded room without smoke grenades and led to the first death in the campaign. So
Okay, if we're gonna
definitely.
place a smoke grenade, we want it to be on them, but we can't do that till we open the door.
hmm is this the type of door where you like hit a button and it
yes,
opens?
yeah,
Okay.
you just push a button on
Okay,
the wall and the door opens.
how big is the area of a smoke grenade?
A smoke grenade fills a hex.
Just one hex?
If memory serves, yes, but I will double check that. Uh,
I remember this game is much higher scale.
well, explosions, yeah, it fills the target hex with smoke. So.
Mm.
And if memory serves, I think so. Hugh has one. Oh, you have two smoke grenades, and then I think Lena has.
I have one as well.
Okay, so you've got a
What?
total of three to
I have
use.
two?
Yeah, you have two apparently. I think. My memory is it's very vague, but I have a feeling. I think
Oh, I do.
Tobias gave you one, but I don't remember where you. I really don't remember where you got it. So,
Might have
um,
just been starting gear.
it could have been. Either way, you guys have a total of three smoke grenades among you, which you can use however you see fit. Because basically, I like a little bit of advice I will give is that the smoke grenades, like I said, if you throw it into a hex that is being potentially overwatched, like the enemies cannot just fire through the smoke. Well, they can fire through the smoke, but they can't overwatch you and shoot you automatically once you go through. You know what I mean?
Does the smoke grenade pop instantly when I throw it mechanically? Like I throw it and then the smoke fills it, or do I have to
Uh,
like wait around?
I don't think it's a wait around kind of thing. I think it's just like in game terms, it just, like, because you figure a round is like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So the smoke grenade deploys. I mean, I'm thinking like Battlefield smoke grenades. Like you just throw it and then, poof.
Hmm.
Yeah. Even though
Yeah,
that's not strictly realistic.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just like you toss it at us.
Then again, we're in the future. Welcome
Okay.
to Impact Smoke Grenades.
Yeah.
Woo!
So I'm going to double check that though before we make any kind of call on that. So let's see, smoke, or hold on,
Yep.
it's
So then I think our best plan
visibility, smoke.
is shock and awe. At the end of the day, we are going to have to breach that room and we're going to have to take some risks. But if we open the door and someone immediately throws smoke right here, where they would theoretically all be overwatching right inside the door, we can move in through that tile and then get to like a neighboring tile and try to clean house ASAP.
Hmm.
Because I will
Someone's gonna
mention
have to
just
take down
for
the. How can we go about a non-lethal takedown on the commander?
I mean, you could always just specifically say I'm shooting him in the leg or shooting him in the arm. Like
Okay,
once
so
you
we
get
can just
to,
call that. Okay.
yeah, you can do a called shot. Like, I mean, the only two crits where you could like just kill outright are a headshot and a heart shot. I mean, there are obviously crits that like you blow somebody's limb off.
Uh,
You can
so if
that
we
person
take
can
him
bleed
down
out.
normally, we can probably stabilize him.
Yeah, like if you take out like his arm or his leg or something. I mean, the crit doesn't necessarily automatically like get him to 0 HP. Like once you could just get him to 0 HP, he's down. Um,
Right.
so there's that. Or alternatively, I mean, I think there are grappling rules in this. I mean, let's see, close combat, grappling. Yep, it's exactly like Alien. Um, you can grapple as a slow action. Um, if the attack succeeds, both you fall to the ground. The only action they can perform is try to break free. Slow action requires an close combat. When you are grappling, the only action you can perform is a grapple attack. This works as a normal unarmed attack, but is a fast action and cannot be blocked. So you can basically punch somebody twice. So that would
Nice.
probably be the best way to get them down.
Guaranteed,
Uh,
but
Yeah.
I don't have any close combat ranks.
What about you, Lena?
I do not. I only have a
Okay.
B strength,
So
unfortunately.
I'll say this for the
Same.
NPCs. Romeo has BC. Daughter just has C strength, and Keating has BC as well. So Keating and Romeo both have uh, BC. Not great, but I mean, if neither of you have close combat, then that's kind of a better option. But that again is if you want somebody to like run into the room and tackle the commander and beat him up. So
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
okay.
Hmm.
So in that case, yeah, Romeo, I
Okay,
guess. Well,
so
he's already here, so he'll be the one going after the officer.
plan made. Who's gonna throw the smoke?
I believe my character is going to.
Okay, well, let me ask you
Okay.
this. Are you
Twilight.
going to, in terms of smoke grenades, because, again, you've got three, are you going to throw one into here, one to cover your approach, or all of the above?
We were talking about putting one in this tile specifically
Right. Well, I'm asking you,
where
do
the
you also want to
door.
drop one here? Because basically, I'll specify this much just for clarity. Obviously, these map tiles, like these hexes, aren't perfectly aligned with the grid or with like
Yeah.
the dungeon drafts. But basically, the way I'm imagining it is like this hex, is like directly in front of the door, and
Yeah.
this hex and is equivalent to being on the other side of the door. So like if you throw like I'm just letting you know if you throw a smoke grenade in the hex where Romeo is, um, that will like basically when you open the door, um, they won't see you. Whereas um, if you also throw one here, they won't see you and they also won't be able to do an Overwatch shot. Like, because basically, like, what I'm
I have
letting
the
you
extra
know,
smoke grenade to do
yeah, what
that.
I'm letting you know is that, like, for example, if you open the door, like, I'll just tell you right now, once you open the door, we're gonna roll initiative. Um, that
Yeah.
is why I'm
We
giving
can
you the
stack up multiple people in the same tile, right?
yes, but that's not necessarily a good option because, for one thing, if bullets are flying in a hex, if memory serves, even if multiple people are in the hex, then they have to do CUF. So you could potentially get multiple people on your team suppressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need the movement. I'm gonna move up here.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm asking you ahead of time. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I'm just in terms of like, I don't usually necessarily put ideas in my players' heads, but I'm just giving you the option, like letting you
Yeah,
know
I
the
appreciate
option
the
of
info.
dropping a smoke at your feet, so they don't see you when the door opens, and then you throw a smoke into the room, and then that way, when you move into a hex that the bad guys could be overwatching, they can't shoot you. I'm just letting you know that like you could do that, but that would be two smoke grenades.
Willing to do that. Emily drops
Yeah.
one, I drop one.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
good with that.
Okay. So in this case, so who is going to be throwing these small bars? Dracula said, who is throwing small bar at the ground? And the
We're gonna
reason
have
I'm
to throw
asking,
smokes during initiative.
well, no. What I'm saying is, I'm letting one person just you're fucking pulling the pin and dropping it on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not gonna make you do a
I'll do
roll
that with
for.
mine.
But when the door opens, somebody's gonna have to do a roll to actually throw the grenade and land it where you want it to go,
Got it.
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
gonna
we're just kind
require
of trying to roll it right in the door. So, okay.
well, I'm just saying, like, basically,
Um,
once the door opens,
that's a ranged combat roll, right?
it's mobility.
Mobility. I have a BC.
You have better mobility than I do, so maybe
Then
you
I'll
should be the
then
one to
I'll
like
roll the nade.
launch it.
Okay.
Yep.
So Hugh will throw the grenade into this hex, which I'll draw a little X to indicate that the smoke. Actually, hold on. There's a fucking tile for it, I think. Let's see. Like, I think for smoke. Hold on, where is? Let me find it. I think it's under modules. Core set. Oops. Assets, tiles. Oh no, that's the wrong fucking thing. Symbols maybe? Nope. These are broken up into very weird things. Like the categories are just kind of labeled in a way that I deem strange. Oh, here it is. This is smoke. There we go. So, okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that like
Oh, I
smoky
see.
circle. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so that
great.
worked. Cool. So,
Yep.
caveat being that, like I
Well,
said, you're still gonna have to throw the grenade, and I hope it actually gets where you need it to go. Um, so okay, so Lena is dropping a grenade in front of in front of your side of the door. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if you are ready to hit the button, then do so, and then I
and
will.
I'll roll the mobility now.
Well, technically, you would be
I
rolling
have to
that
re-roll
on
the
your
button.
turn. Yeah.
Okay, so that's something I got to do on my turn. Got it. Got it.
Yes. Um.
No problem.
So, because basically the reason why I'm saying that is just like, because
Well,
they're
it makes sense.
prepared,
We're
you're
starting initiative
prepared.
at opening the door,
Correct. Like they're prepared,
so
you're
it's something I have to
prepared.
do once the timer is
Yeah.
ticking.
But you can, I mean, you can swap, initiatives with somebody if that person has. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna clear
Yeah, I'm
the,
hoping to go first,
yeah,
or at least first on our side.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna clear the initiative on this.
At least this way, when the door opens, they still can't see us.
Yep. So I'll add these guys, and let's see. Draw all. Okay. Tobias gets a 2, so he'll take a 2. Okay, so because Ghost is apparently just like completely lost to the void so far, I'm just gonna automatically let Hugh take his spot if you so choose.
Okay.
So let's see. So swap initiative with Tobias, and then Lena, just so because you're at the bottom of the list, I'll let you swap with
Yep.
Tobias.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do that.
And
So,
door is open, right?
okay, well, yes, because Lena opened the door.
Okay.
That's what triggered the encounter. So,
And I
um,
assume it's a slow action to throw the nade?
yeah, it's a fast action to pull the pin and slow to throw it. But if you'd already pulled the pin, I'll
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
kind and say that you can just throw it. So,
Well,
I
yeah, I
get
could have prepared the throwing pin,
yeah, no, I
pulling
I
pin.
agree
So I would have
completely.
already done that.
That's why I'm willing to let you do that. So, well,
Hey.
I will, but no, before you roll that,
Oh.
there is actually an enemy that goes first. I just had the tokens
Oh,
visible,
sorry.
so I'm just going to delete that for now. But I'm still sorting out the initiative. So
Darn.
Lena goes. Um, Based on the plan of wanting Romeo to like football charge into the room and tackle the officer, do you want him to go in any specific order?
Maybe let's swap Alejandro with daughter.
Okay,
I think
so
that'd be
all right, so Romeo and daughter will switch. So let's see. Where is okay, daughter? Well, I'm just asking in terms of like the two PCs you were here. I'm asking like, do either of you want like in terms of the plan that you came up with? Do you feel like, for example, like Lena, if you really see the importance of Romeo getting in there, like, would you want to switch with him? That's basically what I'm asking.
Uh,
It's up to you.
yeah, I'll swap
Okay.
with Romeo.
Okay. So let's see. Where is swap initiative with Lena? And yeah, and then he's just going to like beeline into the room and nab the officer. Okay, uh, so begin combat. Okay. Now I will note because I mean there's smoke literally right in front of the door. Um, you don't see what's going on, but I will say I need to double check a rule because I think it's possible to like blind fire through smoke. I mean obviously I'm the kind to check check this kind of rule before actually doing anything. So let's see. Visibility, line of sight, smoke. Um, so let's see. So if okay, so to be able to see and fire at something, you need line of sight to it. A hex filled by smoke, blocks line of sight. And let me just check in range com, make sure there aren't any rules for blind fire through smoke. Oh, what's this? With the exceptions of indirect fire and fire. Hold on a sec. I apologize for the delay. Like I said, I'm just trying to figure this out, so I'm not like having a character like fire through smoke and hit a PC or something. Okay, so I just looked. So in terms of modifiers, you can apparently fire through smoke, but that is a -3 penalty.
Yeah.
So um, let me ask you this. So obviously, Hugh is in the smoked hex preparing to throw the grenade, and Romeo is up against the wall, I'm guessing. Or actually, no, if Romeo is going to charge in, and I'd like to be kind of fair to Astron, I'll say that he's going to be like kind of here-ish. Um, or actually, what makes more sense is Romeo's on point and Hugh is behind him to throw the grenade. Okay, so what's going to happen? Sorry for the figuring that out. So this officer, the officer in the room goes first and is going to blind fire into the smoke. So, let's see. Um, -3. Yeah, yeah, that sucks for him. I'll just share this because it's funny.
Oh God.
Yeah, so he fails catastrophically. Like you just I'll say like for Hugh and Romeo like because you just naturally expect somebody to be shooting you once that door opens, you just kind of sidestep and the bullets fly and hit the door on the opposite side of the hall. So that is the officer's turn. Now it is Hugh. So now if you want to throw that grenade, that would be a slow action. Hugh, you're muted. Astron? I wonder what happened. Oh, wrong chat. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do just to keep this moving is because, I mean, I know he's going to throw the grenade. I'll just do the roll for him.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, smoke grenade. I think, yeah, I don't think there's a modifier for, you know, throwing a grenade through smoke. So I'll just roll it as a flat roll and just kind of see how it goes. So, okay. Oh my. Well, he gets exactly where he needs it to go.
Nice.
So let's see. Does that like use up the grenade? Yes, it does. That's cool. So the grenade is thrown, and now this whole thing is uh clouded in like more smoke. So I guess his fast action, he's going to take cover against the wall. Um, Romeo is going to, let's see, move 1, 2 with a fast action, and then let's see, can he do his mobility? Because he did it so gracefully the one time that you kept fucking running into a wall. Uh oh, interesting. He only has agility. I thought he had mobility, but he doesn't. So let's see. So does he get? Well, he gets 1 extra hex. So he's going to. Yeah, I mean, he sees the officer, and he's just gonna get into the same hex with him for his other fast action, just to increase the chances that, like, if the guards in the room, you know, start shooting at him, then they might hit their boss. So, yeah, that's Romeo's plan. So next is gonna be one of the guards in the room who is going to. Let's see, what does he have at his disposal? Um, He'll try one of these, and I did remember, yeah, and I'm mentioning this to you, because we have like the house rule, and like I'm going to be using for the NPCs, um, but like I mean, you as a player, like all of you as players can do it. So basically, in the house ruling saying all grenades with a blast effect use 2d12 in the immediate hex of detonation and 2d8 for adjacent ones. So if a regular frag grenade with blast C goes off in hex, you roll 2d12 instead of 2d8. Um, though I
Okay.
mean the damage is still the same for like the base grenade. It's just like that's just to make the grenades a little less useless.
Mm-hmm.
And suffice to say, if you want to implement that as a house rule in your game, I mean, I would encourage that to make grenades like actually worthwhile.
Yeah. A better
Um,
chance of actually scoring
correct.
hits.
Yeah. Because I actually do have a couple of these as a side note. Like for example, the thing about command overcoming suppression. Um, in terms of there was a thing we were talking about. It's not in the house rules handout, but like the whole thing about looting like later in the game, but that's a different matter. Okay, so this guy anyway is going
Sorry,
to.
I'm back.
Oh, hi. Um, well, what happened was you threw the grenade, you landed it where you needed it to go. For your fast action, I just said that you took cover, and Romeo like blitzed into the room, and he wasn't able to get close enough to attack the officer, but he did get in the same X as the guy. So
Awesome.
it is now an enemy's turn, and that enemy is going to let's see, throw like basically, yeah, you hear the clink of something landing in the hex, or actually, well,
Uh-oh.
apparently, hold, let's check the grenade deviation rules.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
Well, it might not be in my hex, but
I
Yeah.
reminded of the game where I tossed a grenade, it failed, and it basically bumped back. It bumped off a piece of debris, flew back behind the party, and we all had to like just like duck and cover away from
Well,
it.
there was a point. I think it was around the time you joined, Emily, or no. It was like right before in Interstellar Marines. It was long before Astron joined the game. There was a point where when the players were raiding a separatist prison, I think it was like somebody uh, threw a grenade at a bunch of mercs with riot shields, and the player missed, but the grenade landed behind them anyway. So anyway, now I need to check the grenade deviation rules because I. Okay. Hold on, is it under deviation? Or heavy weapons deviation? Um, roll 2d6 to see where the round lands. Hold on, wait. So okay, that's interesting. The first d6 determines the direction of the deviation. So let's see, /r d6. So it goes. Well, I mean, there's a wall to the south, so it's not going south. Um, and as for how far away it goes, let's see, /r d6. Okay, good. So I cannot go half the distance to the target. So if I'm understanding that rule correctly, I speak under correction from anyone in the comments. Yeah, basically the grenade, like the guy overthrows it, so it goes like 1, 2, 3, like back here.
Mm-hmm.
So because Keating and Daughter are like stacked up in a different hex, I'm not going to bother rolling for the effect of the grenade. Um, but yeah, somebody just tried to throw, and then also it explodes in like EMP energy, so it was clearly a fucking blue screen grenade. So you got very lucky. So that was that guy. So now, Lena, it's your turn.
All right. Yep. So I'll drop the smoke, like right here to cover
Well,
this
you
hex.
well you already did.
Oh, I thought I didn't.
Well,
Okay,
like yeah, like I
so
said, like I mean, that's the whole reason that officer like blind fired down the hallway is because you were assumed to have dropped the smoke grenade at your feet and then opened the door.
yeah. Um. Oh right. I took control. I took the one of the bad guys' shotguns last time, but you never told me how much ammo was in it.
Right, because we didn't address that. I would say probably a third of its magazine capacity, because that's just because that's how I've kind of balanced um
Okay.
the NPCs in this.
So a third of 12 is
4. He fired off several shells but didn't have a chance to reload, so that's how that plays out. But I mean
yep.
that's 4 attacks, so unless you use ammo dice.
Yep.
So
Yep. I loaded the I loaded the weapon after giving it a magazine. Um. Okay. So the smoke is covering.
yeah, speaking of which, I gotta drop a smoke hex for this. So just yeah, both these hexes are smoky.
Yep. Is it possible for me to overwatch this doorway in case anyone comes out of the smoke? Or no?
Um, in the sense that I ruled that your smoke would block the enemy's Overwatch, I would rule the inverse as well. Like,
Okay.
you can't Overwatch the smoke because you can't see anybody coming up there in advance, and you barely can see your own hand in front of you. So I would say no.
All right. Yep. I just wanted to double check.
Well, it's good to ask. So yeah, no. Um,
Okay. So probably have to enter the room to be able to do any sort of attack properly. Because it's like a fast action to move through a doorway, right?
Well, I mean,
Or
the
that's a
door is
closed doorway.
open.
Yeah.
I would assume the fastest like to move through a doorway is like if you're pulling the like opening the doorknob or pushing the button to open the door. Like, I mean, if the door is open, then I see that as no different than just walking from one hex to another.
Yep. Okay. So I think I'll use. Yeah. I'll enter the room to pass through this hex and move here.
Okay, so there's a guy right here.
Oh.
Um, Now the good news, he did not have, like I said, he did not have Overwatch, so he's not going to light you up as soon as he sees you. But his body language definitely, there's a momentary like startle when you like rapidly emerge from the smoke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think once I see him and almost run into him, I'll fire at him.
yeah, you're gonna fucking point blank him, okay?
Yep. There's that. Penalties. Would I be able to aim, or is this like a hip fire shot?
You would have to, well, I mean, normally you would be able to aim, but the problem is you used a fast section to move,
Yep,
so
that's
you're
fine.
just quick shooting.
So it's shotgun is -2, I believe.
Yeah, I think yeah, -2 for an active target,
Yep.
and
And
it's
then
also the -2 from a quick shot.
so a total of minus
-4.
-4.
I mean, unless you have rifleman, then it's -3. But
Yeah. I'll just take one shot at him. Try to conserve ammo so I don't run out immediately.
oh, you hit, nice. Do you want
Nice.
to push the other d6 or keep it?
Um, let's try.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Just skeletal
so
torso.
Jesus. Okay, so let me just double check that shotgun. It has 3, crit 4. In this case, no armor, +1, because I mean fancy like sci-fi shotguns. But yeah, so this guy, so his armor blocks 1 point, so you're not gonna be able to crit him, but you still do 3 damage to him. And now he has to do a CUF. So let's see. Okay, that yeah, you just blast him off his feet and he drops to the ground. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh boy. I'm gonna tell Hugh after this. Man, I'll never, I'll never doubt the efficiency of a shotgun, because holy cow, man. That was great.
Yep. So next, yeah, is there's a merc over here uh who, shouts out his buddy name. It's like Watkins, and is gonna uh you know fire at Lena.
Yep,
So and he is going to fire at you with a shotgun. So let's see. So he's just gonna aim and fire. He's not gonna quick shoot or anything like that. So let's see. So that's yeah, I think it's just a straight roll. So I'll just roll it, see what happens. Okay, so he gets 1 hit to your legs, but I mean again, legs are armored, so um,
yep.
so you take 2 damage, and I need a CUF roll. You would not have unit morale because Tobias is in a different room and there's smoke between you and him. So
Yeah.
oh, okay, nice. So 8 gauge buckshot rounds in your thigh proves to be a minor annoyance at best, so you're fine. Okay.
Oh boy.
Um, Next is going to be, well, there's a guard here, uh, who, I mean, he's blocked by the smoke though, so, he's going to move 1, 2 into here, like basically he's going down here and then looping around, just so you know. And he doesn't see Hugh, but he does see Ohio Jones and Daughter and Keating, so he's gonna, he sees 2 clustered targets and he's gonna shoot them. So he's gonna shoot. I guess we'll say he targets Keating. So but he is gonna be quick shooting. So, where's his rifle? So -2. Oh my God. Okay, and this was without ammo dice.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. I mean, he had a D8 and a D10, and he got an 8 and a 10. Oh my
Yeah, he
God.
rolled max.
Yeah. That does not bode well for our friend Keating. So let's see. That's damage 2, crit 3. So, um, 3, 4 damage. Even with his torso armor, yeah, that's a crit. So Keating takes 3, and he needs to, let's see. Where's the crit table? Rollable tables. There's that. Critical injuries to the torso. Imagine he's on the receiving end of a nut shot, given how less. Oh, even worse.
It's hidden for me, so I'm not
It
sure
is?
what was rolled. Yeah, it just shows up as hidden for the crit.
Does it now?
Nope, it still shows up. It
What
may
the
be
fuck?
that because you have the you have the crit table itself hidden, and that's why it's showing
Well,
up
I
like
had
that.
the private GM roll um, enabled, but I revealed the results. So try refreshing the page. Either way, spoiler alert, he got hard impaled.
Oh my
So
god.
Keating is dead.
Isn't that what happened to what's his face last time
Crosshair?
as
I think
well?
so. Yeah, if memory serves, Crosshair got hit in the heart. So that, yeah. History repeats for Keating. He's dead. And also High Bloods.
It's still showing up as hidden
The
when you
fuck?
refresh the page.
What the hell? Um, let's see. Course set. So critical injuries, this shouldn't be hidden. I mean, because you guys saw like the fucking 4
I can
nut
see
shots.
it.
Okay. So like, because I mean, last time you guys saw all the nut shots that you rolled, but the heart impaled weirdly is not. But Blitz, I mean, I heard you say that you saw, so I think it might be an issue on your end, Emily. But yeah, Keating, long story short, just got shot in the heart.
Yeah, because
So
I'm seeing the same thing on the last ones, so I don't know. I don't know what it is that's like screwing with it on my end, but
that's weird.
that can be addressed after session.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know how to address it, to be honest with you, but yeah. So unfortunately, Keating dies. I think Daughter is going to need to do a CUF roll because, I mean, for obvious reasons, but I'm just seeing what the official ruling of it is. Let's see, suppression. Um, if a hold on, if you are hit by enemy fire, okay, so let's see. So if you fail CUF roll and get suppressed, all friendly fighters in the same hex need to make CUF rolls. Um, the Weirdly enough, I'm looking at suppression in NPCs and like the suppression chapter, and it doesn't say anything about this specific situation. Like the fact that Daughter wasn't shot, she just watched her squad leader get shot in the chest. Um, and there's nothing per raw that would say that she would get suppressed. I'm going to say that she does, because that just makes sense for the situation, but I want to call attention to that as a very bizarre thing. So,
Mhm.
so the good news, she has CUFA, and she succeeds. Did you see that roll or?
Yeah, I saw that cuff roll. It's just
Okay,
the injuries are
okay,
mysteriously bugged
that's
or
very
something.
odd. Huh. Okay, so, well, that was that Merc. Um, I forgot to cycle the turn order on the last one. Okay, and speaking of daughter, she's going to avenge Keating and fucking light that guy up. So, um, let's see. She has her like pulse rifle and is going to just go all out of ammo dice and just pump this guy full of lead. Okay. Um, so, um, yeah, she does, um, 8. So hold on, one. So that's a total of 3. His armor does soak one of it, but he does take 2, so he's gonna have to do a CUF. This time he does not get a unit morale because his commander's not in sight. Ah, fuck, but he succeeds. Okay. So,
Aw.
yeah, so, um, next up would be the guy that is in the same hex as you, Lena, but he's kind of sort of suppressed. Um, Similarly, Keating is dead, so he's not going. And next would be Ohio Tobias. Ghost, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just say he just aims and fires at this merc. Um,
Mhm.
so he has his. Oh fuck, he's got. Let's see, he's got an anti-vehicle rifle, an underbarrel shotgun, a light machine gun, a missile launcher, and a fucking assault rifle. I don't know which one he's. So I'll just say he's going to use his LMG because that's kind of what he's been using. But I need to double check what the fired like machine guns. LMGs can be fired while carried with a -2 modifier. Okay, so let's see. So he's got the LMG, -2 machine gunner, and it would actually be a flat roll if he's aiming because of the red dot sight. Then he'll say he uses 3 ammo dice to maximize his chances of mincing this guy. Oh, okay, well he does hit, so that's 1 damage because of the armor. So next he needs to do, the guy needs to do a CUF, and he's still standing. Okay, round 2, the officer, hold on, I need to do and also apologies in terms of how this encounter was structured. I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, with all, like, at least initially with 2 players. So, what I'll ask you, Blitz, to keep you from being excluded, do you want to say that, like, do you still want to be in the IFV, just kind of waiting, and, because the plan was that if a vehicle comes around the corner, then you could shoot it. I'm going to ask you just so you have a chance to participate. Do you want to have jumped out of the IFV and joined the fight, or are you going to still stay on guard?
I'll stay on guard in the vehicle.
Okay. Um, would you like to take over daughter so you have a character to play in the immediate encounter?
That's all right. I'm just listening in.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so the officer is going to. I need to double check. If there. I don't think there's. I mean, there's obviously a tax of opportunity in Alien. I can't remember if it's Star Wars or this that doesn't have it, but I'm going to check. Close combat, retreat. Yep. You have to make a mobility roll to move the hex. If you fail, you still move, but the enemy gets a free close combat attack against you. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I had a feeling with free league it would be kind of predictable. So this guy's going to have to do a mobility to try to move. He does not. Um, so hold on, where is? Well, actually, he does move, but he's gonna get like the daylight's beating out of him. So
Yeah, he's
where
gonna get
is?
bear hugged real hard before he gets away from Romeo.
Well, I think Romeo, the way I'm reading this, is a free close combat attack, whereas grappling is specifically a slow action.
Yep.
So basically, he's like rifle
Yeah,
butting him
getting
as the guy's
like,
running. So yeah, so he
you
he
have
does
this Romeo.
move. So I'm gonna roll Romeo's attack first. Does he have a rifle butt? No, he doesn't. So I'll remedy that. Rifle butt. Okay. So he gets one success. And how much damage is that? Damage to crit 4 armor plus 2. Oh shit, that's probably not gonna like scratch him. Um, so let's see. Yeah, damage 2, armor plus 2. The fact that he's armored already with +1, that's like armor 3, damage 2. So yeah, he doesn't even flinch. So the guy's gonna move 1, 2 to here, and then he's gonna move here, but he can't specifically take cover. So that's his turn. All right, Hugh, are you back?
I certainly am. Hello,
All right.
hello.
Hey, I don't know how much have you been privy to? If you need a sit rep, I can give one.
I've been listening for, a few minutes. I've not missed much.
Okay.
Just some mercenary turns, really. As long as I didn't get shot, I should
You
be
didn't
okay.
get shot. Sergeant Keating got killed, but
Oh, damn.
He went the way of freaking
Crosshair.
what's his face from last session. Crosshair from last session. Heart impaled. Jesus.
Okay, so I do have a question.
What's up?
So you can move a minimum of 2 tiles with a move fast action, right?
Yeah, you also, it should be noted that you don't have to move two. You can move just one if you want.
Yeah, you can move less, of course. Are you able to move 1 tile, shoot, then move another tile?
I'd
Can you
say
like
so.
split the movement?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to fast action move out to
Oh,
here.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, you're gonna just shoot him and jump back into the
Nice.
Surprise, motherfucker.
smoke.
Whoa, 8 gauge out of the smoke.
All right, and he's
And
technically
yeah,
he's
no,
not in the same hex, so you don't get the
he's not in the same hex.
yeah. So
And I'm putting on my rifleman bonus. I'm dumping my rate of fire.
okay,
I lose a -2 because I'm not aiming, right?
yeah, but that would be -1 with the
With the rifleman bonus. So
correct.
overall,
You want to push that?
yes. Ah!
Well, I mean, you do suppress him at least potentially, but given how
Oh
this
right,
guy's been
because
rolling,
if
oh,
the
look at
ammo
that.
succeeds.
Yeah, the ammo does. If the ammo does succeeds, you can suppress. So he this time he fails and he hits the dirt. So and then
I
now
find it hilarious that the hit location would have been heads, so it's like I tried to put one right in his face, but he ducks too fast.
yeah. Well, let me ask you this.
And then
Now that
I
you have him
dump my
suppressed, are you
entire
going?
magazine.
Yeah, are you going to just stand there staring at him, or are you going to jump back into the smoke?
No, I'm gonna jump back in the smoke.
Okay. All right. So move yourself back in smoke, and then Romeo is going to, seeing that his plan failed, he's going to do things the plan B is just shoot the guy in the leg. So he would get a -1 overall because like basically the red dot sight bonus in the supplement partially counteracts the -2, so he's just at a -1, and he'll just go fucking full auto on him, I guess. Okay,
Oh.
so and that was a leg shot, so
Mm-hmm.
um, that's uh, hold on, does he have armor? I would actually, in this case, I would say because he was like command staff, he actually wouldn't. In part because like realism, and also in part because you guys just fucking had somebody die, so I'm going to be a little nice to you. Um, so that actually would be a crit. Um, so he is going to, yeah, I'm going to roll a crit for the officer and see what he gets. Well, first of all, he automatically drops prone. I need to do that before I forget. So legs. Okay. Cracked hip.
Ooh.
And so the good news is that it is not lethal, so he's not like a risk of bleeding out. So,
Mm-hmm.
but he does take 3 damage. So, uh, yeah, that would be Romeo's turn. Next is going to be this merc who saw Romeo, just fucking shoot his boss in the arm, and he's going to shoot Romeo. I have a feeling this mission is going to be the end of Delta Squad. Like, given that Crosshair and Romeo are dead, and Crosshair and Keating are dead, and Romeo is surrounded by like 2 mercs. Yeah. Um.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. So this guy has a shotgun, so he's going to um. Oh, I didn't make him invisible. That's my bad. So plus that, and oh my, oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay, so let's see. That's 3,
4 to 5.
5 damage, yeah, and then the armor only will soak 1 of that, so that's 4 damage and a crit to the torso. So
Huh.
yeah, let's
Who
see.
got hit by that?
Romeo.
Romeo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Romeo, oh Romeo. Wherefore art thou in heaven?
Ouch! Oh
Crotch
Ooh.
shot.
no, cracked spine.
Ooh.
So
Wherefore art thou Romeo on the
yeah.
floor?
I think that's a fatal one as well.
I'm gonna put that out of context.
Well, unless we're going off, your sci-fi rules, he's paralyzed. That's great. Or has a potential to be paralyzed.
Yeah, because that, I mean, I don't have that in 2249 specifically. I mean, I know in Alien there's a chance of paralysis. Um, I would say probably yeah, that, yeah, realistically, if you don't treat him soon enough, then he's going to be, screwed. At least in the short term, because I mean, realistically, in the setting, they'd probably, kind of like with Avatar, they would have means to overcome, paraplegia or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, either way, that's not a pressing concern right now. So yeah, that's that guy's turn. Okay, Lena, it's your turn. So you just hear like an agonized cry of pain from Romeo. He falls down on the ground. There's blood in his like lower spine, and there's this guy taking aim at him. What do you do? And there's also this fucking guy who's down on the ground in front of you.
Yeah. Oh god, it's target-rich environment, but it sucks.
And also, and I will note, this guy is going to go next.
Yep. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna target him. I'm gonna do a quick shot at him rather than aim, so I could possibly get to Romeo in my movement action. But let's see if I can deal with him before I talk about that. So here's the gun.
Didn't? Oh no, I'm thinking of Hugh who fucking ran out of ammo.
Yep. So a hip fire is -2. I'm within short range because I have a range 5.
Right.
So I think I'm just -2, which is -1 with rifleman. Okay. Oh god, I really need to bump up my range combat after this encounter because it's bad.
Well, you still hit. Do you want to push the other D8?
Yeah, I'll try.
Well, I mean, it
I rolled
didn't
the exact
result in a
same.
splat. Okay, so torso hit.
Oh.
2 damage goes through. And let's see. So 1, 2. And do his CUF. And this guy has unimorale because his commander's right there. Alright, he stands standing.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna do a stupid move that may get me injured as well, but I'm gonna try and get to Romeo and be in the same hex to give them a. I'm gonna go after Romeo or me. The mobility. push the D10. Gonna take a damage.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, I'm down to 1 health. This is bad. This is a bad situation. And
Jesus.
it isn't like the double splat mean I like fall
I
on my
think
face.
so. I'm pretty sure, but let me double check that. Foot movement. The hell? Hold on. I think that's what it is, but I'm not seeing where the rule that says you like fall over is. But that has been established in the past, so for consistency, I'll say yes until I'm proven otherwise. So you stay where you are, and you are now prone. Oh, yep.
Yep.
All right, you already got
It'd
it. Okay.
be that hex.
Yep.
So that's the one I moved to.
Okay. So,
I feel stupid.
yeah. So,
It's that one session. It's that one session where I was just running my head into a fence all over again. Oh.
so, yeah. So this guy is going to, I mean, take the only predictable action against you. But because you are prone and not in the same hex, that is to your advantage. Let me check the ranged rules. So target prone not in the same hex. Oh, I thought it was more than that. Well, it's -1. So
Aw.
yeah, I thought it was like a -3, but it is not. So sadly,
I thought it was a -2, but
yeah. Well, either way, we're
I think
both
it's
wrong. So
underwhelming.
right, like so he's gonna. This was the guy with. It was established to have like these two guys in the back had shotguns. So I'll just delete the rifle so I know. So he's going to fire at you, and it's basically just gonna be a straight roll. So, okay, unfortunately that is a hit. Now it is in the leg though, so it's not like it could instantly kill you. And even if it could, I pull punches because I'm just that kind of person.
Yeah.
So, okay,
So I soak 1, but I still take 2, and that
so
puts
so
me at 0.
yeah, so you're broken and you do take a crit. So I'm gonna roll your crit. Critical injuries, legs. Shattered knee, which is
Fun.
can't run, mobility -2. Um, though it is interesting, it's lethal within a shift, but obviously a shift. I mean, you'll have time to heal it before you even need to do a death save. So, okay, so you're broken.
Yep.
Next is going to
Could you
be
put that crit on my sheet, please?
sure. I keep forgetting that I can do that. So let's see. Shattered knee, I think is what it was. Yep. So shattered knee. Where is? Okay, it's under there. All right, there you go.
Yep. Just
Oh,
once you
hold on.
add it to my sheet, it'll roll the days it needs
Oh, it
to
did?
take the heal as well.
Oh, okay. Well, 14 days. So I don't know if that was accurate or not, because it does say a 3d6 roll. So okay. Um, next is that guy who is suppressed. So daughter is going to save him for Ohio Jones and Hugh. And she's going to, let's see, go 1, 2, and then mobility. See if she goes farther, which she does not. So she's going to use another fast action just to be in the smoke, and then that is her turn. Next is going to be this merc who is no longer suppressed, but I think he is not until like the next round that he gets his action back.
Yep.
Okay.
He just takes the round being suppressed, and
Right.
I believe he also would have fallen prone, so he's still prone as well.
Yes, he would need to get up. So where's prone? There it is. Okay. Um, Keating has shuffled off his mortal coil, so he's no longer with us. Ohio Jones is going to shoot this guy, who, I mean, the same -1 from being prone, not in the same hex, is counteracted by a fast aim with a red dot sight. and he basically just takes a -1 overall because of his like machine gunner plus the Christ, what is it? The machine gun carrying penalty. So let's see how he does. Okay, well he gets a hit on him at least, so that's another point of damage. So this guy's almost dead. And now it's round 3. The officer, I think he can still fire while critted. Like he basically
Yeah.
the crit he got, if I'm not mistaken, was the thigh thing, right? Yeah,
A
cracked hip.
cracked hip, which
Yes.
doesn't impact range combat,
Yeah, so
so I
he's
can still
prone.
use stuff.
Yeah, cracked hip. So wait, whoa, what? Oh, interesting. You can't add crits to NPCs. I just got a message saying you can't add like crits to NPC sheets. It's weird.
Yeah.
Either way, he's not technically broken yet. He's got a little bit of health, so he's going to shoot. Because Lena is like he can't roll. I think to coup de grace people you have to be in. I mean, first of all, I'm not going to do that to you, but if he was going to do that to anybody, he would have to be in the same hex. So he's just going because Romeo is still technically an active combatant. He's just going to shoot at him. So um, he's going to do that and do that and do that. Okay, he gets a hit, and unfortunately, Romeo's armor is not going to be able to soak all of it, so he is down to 0. So he is incapacitated. Oh, I forgot to mark him as prone as well. And I got to roll a crit for him. So torso. Let's see what he gets. Ooh, ouch. Torn intestines.
Oh, fun.
Fucking gut shot.
Mhm.
Um, so
It's a repeat of what happened to Chef when we got attacked by the wild wandering Simmons. When we were the encounter when we were in the tank and he tried to dome. Well, first he tried to dome Tobias, and then he the tank got shot by an RPG, and the damage then caused the torn intestines on him from
yeah,
like tank being hit.
yeah. Back in the good old days. So, Romeo, thankfully, is not dead, but he's definitely not in a good position. So, that's the officer. Um, let's see, Hugh. Now, I'll ask this to Hugh. I will give you the option. Are you going to, given how horribly things are going for you, are you going to want to call in the cavalry, like call in, like Arthur, Felice, and melt them down to come help you, or potentially Mike?
Yeah, yeah, yes, all of the above.
Okay.
We need
Um.
some help.
Okay.
Over and out.
So.
All you're hearing coming from this room is just screams and groans of pain.
Yeah.
Got my head crooked to the side on the radio. Hey, can we get some help as I'm reloading the shotgun?
So. Um. So let me ask you this. So Arthur, is that something you wish to do, or are you going to still stay in the tank?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. We should really keep someone on the gun though.
Um. Do you want to leave Felice on the gun and then have Mike go in with you, or?
Who has a better stat?
Well, let's see. Well, Felice has heavy weapons AA, whereas Mike, AB for mounted guns, but effectively AA with machine gunner. Mike, as Tom constantly says, he really doesn't do anything well. He's got BC for ranged combat, so
What's his like heavy guns?
non-existent.
Hmm.
D strength and no heavy weapons.
Wow, yeah, so I mean at that point why would I even take him with me? No offense. Yeah, I guess I'll just go in solo.
Are you sure?
Oh, How bad could it possibly be?
How bad could it be? You've got 2 people who are broken, 1 person who is dead,
Well,
and like the enemies. I mean, only 2 of them have. Well, one has taken some. Like one of them is almost dead. The officer is incapacitated, and the other 3 mercs are very much in fighting shape. I will
how
also
heavy duty are
say,
these walls here?
um, they're like starship alloy grade metal.
Like how thick?
They're not thick enough to drive through, but in terms of an armor rating, if you're assuming you're wanting to shoot through, um, because we did do that last time, that I
Yeah.
think,
I just wanted to drive through, but if they're too thick to drive through, then
yeah, you're not going to be able to drive through them, unfortunately. Um,
Yeah, they probably have like an armor rating of I'd say like 2 or 3. I rule.
at,
Because
at the very least.
yeah,
Because what I'll say also, if you do want backup, well, let me break it in like this. In terms of your options, Arthur, to give you a little more agency here. So Melton down Matthias, actually, he's effectively the new driver in terms of stats, but he does have AA for heavy weapons.
where's he at?
Matthias, he's here. Like the only people who are in the IFE right now is, you, Felice, Matthias, and Mike. And I'll drag
Oh,
Mike onto the map as well.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take Matthias then.
Okay, so Matthias will go with you, and Mike, I guess, will just stay in the driver's seat. Hobo, it's man again. Um,
Yeah.
so
If you see anybody that isn't us, then
I know
you
what to
know
do,
what
boy.
yeah, there you go.
So, all
Oh
right, so
boy,
you and
crazier
Matthias.
than.
Let's see. I'll add you 2 to the initiative tracker.
Boy,
Arthur. Okay, so I'll be nice and say it started like the new round. So the officer already went. So do you want? Arthur, do you want to go first, or you want Matthias to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, so I'll switch you and Matthias. So swap initiative with Melton down Matthias. And I'll say that you guys, like, your starting position would be like, I'll drag your turn like here for you guys. So you're probably not going to get there in this round. Unless you roll really hot in your mobility.
How does all that work again? Do you
Okay,
get
so for 1 fast action, you can get 2 hexes. So you can go from here to here for 1 fast action. If you want to go farther, you can do a mobility roll, and each extra success gets you 1 point of movement. Okay, do you want to push that D12?
might as
Oh my,
well?
Jesus fuck.
Holy
Okay, so
Oh,
with
sweet.
1 fast action, you're all the way here. So yeah, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So yeah, that's just 1 fast action. Do you want to move again with your other action?
fucking
Yeah.
Forrest Gump it.
Yeah. So, well, okay. So you could get to where Hugh is if you want.
Is this idiot right here, is he alive?
Yeah, but he's suppressed. He got shot by Shuff.
I'm gonna get right up on him.
All right. So you can be in the same hex as him. You won't be able to shoot him or kill him, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you'll be. Okay. Um, so Hugh, you hear like very, very rapid, heavy footsteps just sprinting into the room. You don't see what's going on, but you hear, um, you know, heavy Arthur breathing noises, and um, yeah. So the cavalry has arrived. What do you do next? Yeah, pretty much that gif.
Oh, that's funny.
Actually, hold on. I think there's a GIF that probably more accurately, both for my particular tastes and yeah, representing Arthur. Um, hold on, where is yeah, this is pretty much Arthur's run animation. Like as he just comes charging into the room.
You just hear the hellacious noise of like metal on metal. It just pan shot to fucking Blitz like running like the goddamn Terminator in Terminator 2.
Yeah. Astron, are you there? Uh,
Hello?
hi. It's your turn.
Awesome. Fast action reload.
Okay.
Because
Well,
shotgun is
you
empty.
do have to. It's a slow action by default unless you do a ranged combat roll and succeed.
Oh, well then I'll try that.
Yeah.
The rifleman doesn't apply here because this is
Nope.
for reloading.
Yeah, there's specifically a reloader specialty for that.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, so it's a fast action.
All right, then yeah, I fast action reload my shotgun. Up to 12.
All right. Yeah, no, this is pretty
And...
much Hugh in this GIF that I'm posting. Oh yeah, that Terminator post. Yeah. Now I know what you mean. But this GIF is pretty much Hugh right now with his reload. I'll show off.
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I slam a new mag in, and
Impressive.
I'm in the smoke, so I
Yep.
can't see.
Nope.
Honestly, is there anything defensive I can do with slow
I
action?
mean, well, you keep in mind you could also turn your slow action into a fast action.
Mm-hmm.
True. There's nowhere I want to move. I like it in the smoke right now.
I'm sure your friends also
So
enjoy being in a room broken, surrounded by mercenaries, but
I think for now I'm honestly just gonna stay here because it would be much more advantageous to book it out and blast someone next turn.
Mm-hmm. I
okay.
can't fault you on that logic.
Yeah, I mean, or what you could
I
do, I will
you
remind
know,
you
my
that.
highest stat is intelligence. I'm gonna learn from the mistakes of my friends.
Thanks for that backhanded ass compliment, Blitz. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Jesus
oh
Christ.
God. I will point out this hex is smoke as well. Daughter is actually basically doing what you're doing, except
You
she's
know
already
what?
in the room.
Noted. Then I'll move into that smoke.
Okay, and that's your turn.
Well, if one of my friends walk in there, they all get shot. Then logic says if I walk in there, I'll get shot. So I ain't walking in there.
I don't like getting shot. So,
So I
okay.
shouldn't walk in there.
So, Romeo ain't doing shit. This merc is going to, let's see. Honestly,
Probably try and coup de grace him, I imagine.
well, he sees the value in live bait. So, um, let's see. I need to roll a
Oh
d4
no,
here.
they're intelligent.
I mean, these guys have, just so you know, they have fucking intelligence B.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay, so that is that way. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I kind of forced my hand there, but yeah, he's basically going to overwatch the northern hex because he's expecting somebody to come out and get his commander. So Meltsam down Matthias is going to he doesn't have anywhere near as good mobility as Arthur, so he's just going to go 1-2 and do a mobility. Oh, well, 2 successes, that's pretty good. So he gets there. Like yeah, at least Arthur and Tobias say, "It's for me!" And so, okay, he's gonna push that. Yeah, well, it was worth a try. So but he still gets into the building.
Fumble.
Nah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't fall. So he gets in the building. Lena skips your turn because you're down. This dude is going to let's see, do D that, and this time I'll actually learn from my mistakes and make that a private roll for the suspense. Okay, so there's that. This merc who is in the hallway, I believe, is no longer suppressed, but he is prone. Um, so yeah, he's prone. Daughter is going to um, step out of the smoke here and shoot at this guy because he's the first one that she sees. So let's see, get that pulse rifle going. That's not at a -1 overall. Well, actually, it'd be a -2. So let's see. Okay, she doesn't hit, but she does suppress, so now he has to do a CUF. Oh crap. Well, it's worth a try.
Ooh, baby.
So,
This is tense.
well, I mean, something I'm debating here is given how I was not expecting this to go, like be compared to how you guys are breezing through the enemies last session. Riley, so Tom's not here. He did say he wanted Riley to be like on lookout. Um, but I'm trying to decide what he would do in this situation, whether he'd do like we need every man or woman involved in this kind of thing, or if he'd still stay on guard. Um, because I doubt he was planning, he was accounting for this. And I didn't, spoil that part. So, what do you guys think? Because on one hand, if you leave him outside, then he can warn you about anybody who's coming in. But obviously he can't help you.
Yeah. We all have like built-in like comms into our
Yes.
armor, right?
Yeah.
So we can like. So he's kind of been hearing what's been happening. So
Yeah.
I would maybe argue, he's he hears the, well shit, things have gone fucking sideways. I better get in there and
Yeah,
help
you're
them.
right.
So
Because I mean,
yeah,
and the reason I ask is
shitty
on one
memory.
hand he has empathy D, and I remember the time when the time when he tried to set up camp on his own. He set up camp in the middle of the road, um, and he was a fucking like monster siren was trying to like lure him to it, and he was just like, I don't care, like
Our first
because
encounter with the Crushers.
yes, exactly, you remember that because like he was, it was like I don't care, I have empathy D. You think I care? So I think let me just double check what his moral code in Big Dream. So his yeah, you can't shoot what your gun can't see is his moral code, and his Big Dream is basically punching the commander in the face. So um, because we're almost at the end of round 3, I'll bring him in next round. So
Yeah.
so I'll do that. In the meantime, daughter has gone. Um, this merc is going to uh use fast action to stand up and is going to I guess shoot daughter. So, but he is at a -2. So let's see, -2. Oh my fucking god. So now the good news, the armor does help. Like it's not a crit, but she does take 1, 2. Um, and then has to roll CUF. Oh, well she's fine. So
Nice.
yep. Okay. Ohio Jones, seeing that you, he sees that Arthur has this guy under control, so he's gonna, uh, I mean, again, in the absence of ghosts, because I mean, unless he's here muted, can't hear us, whatever. I mean, he's been as silent as the grave for the past hour and a half, so um, he will move 1, 2 into the hex with Hugh, and then he's gonna go. Well, let's see. Yeah, he actually has really good close combat because he was preparing for his duel with Simmons. Um, so he's gonna roll his mobility to try to get uh extra hex. Nope. So all right, well he's just gonna get into the same hex as the officer, and that's his turn. I just need to double check what cracked hip does. Can't run. Okay, it's not the same as can't stand. So this guy could theoretically get back up and defend himself. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll Riley, and he is. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Hold on, I think it's set it back to round 3, so I gotta do round 4 now. Okay, round 4. So the officer is going to, um, basically he's just gonna stand up and save an action to block. And that's his turn. Uh, Arthur, Blitz, are you back? I'll take that as a no, and he didn't give me directions on what he wants Arthur to do, so um, let's see. What I'll do for at least for this round is I'll swap Matthias and Arthur, and then Emily, I'll give you control of Matthias, so you have somebody to play if you want. Hello? Am I the only one here right now?
I'm here.
Okay.
Don't know what happened to everyone else though.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Like, I mean, Blitz said he was going to make coffee about 10 minutes ago, and
Oh, I'm back,
I'm trying
guys.
my best
oh,
to be
there.
here as much as I
2
can.
seconds.
I do apologize for
Sorry
having to
about
dip
that.
out a couple
Okay.
times because
Anyway, I
family.
was saying, Emily, because Blitz hasn't come back yet, and I know your character is down, would you like to temporarily take over Matthias? So you have somebody to play?
Yeah, sure, I'll take over Matthias
Okay,
for
so I'm going to
a
swap
little bit.
Arthur and Matthias for the time being, so that way, because Blitz isn't here, and then that way you can actually. So I'm going to give you ownership over Matthias. Matthias. Hold on, wait, where is configure ownership? I'll give you owner access. All right, he's yours for the time being. So he is right here, in the armory.
All right. Me. Okay. Yep. So he's gonna start moving in.
Okay.
I'll do for his fast action. I'll roll his mobility.
And also, I don't remember if he has a backpack on or not, but if not, he would have left it in the vehicle. So.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay, so he will be up in the smoke hex, and
Okay.
then so that's his full fast action,
Yeah.
and then so I can't see through the smoke. And I don't think he'd be able to like look around the corner and like fire on anyone he sees.
Technically,
right?
no. Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you're in a smoke, you can't like peek around the corner of a hex.
Yep, that's fine. In that case, his full action will just be he'll move into this other hex.
Okay. And then he'll
That'll be
just
his turn.
all right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So, Hugh, it's your turn. So yeah, you kind of see, at least a figure coming from your side of the engagement coming into the hex with you. So,
Yeah.
You got back up. The cavalry has arrived. All right, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna move
Okay, which direction? There.
right here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do a funny little maneuver that I've done once before.
Slam firing with a
I'm aiming the
shotgun.
shotgun. Yep. I'm aiming at this fucker.
Yep. You're basically a dry run for how I'm going to be playing Gorham in the sense that, like, Danny DeVito's Penguin was a dry run for Frank Reynolds.
Okay. See, rifleman bonus. But can't aim. And could apply rate of fire. Running low on shells though.
Maybe you shouldn't spend so many, said Fat Mikey. On useless shit.
I'm gonna use one rate of. It's not even.
Yeah, I mean, that's
No,
just
no rate of
referencing that
fire.
one video. If you know, you know. Oh, okay.
Hey.
You want to push that D8?
Yeah. Why not?
Nice.
Oh, that's why not.
No.
So,
Damn.
okay, you do hit, you're shooting this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, um, so he takes
Base damage
2.
is 3.
Yeah, but armor soaks one of it, so he takes 2. So he's
Yeah.
very, very badly wounded, and he does now have to do a CUF again.
8 slugs, motherfucker.
Ah, he withstands. But he is very close to death,
Cool.
so.
Back into the smoke I go. Ghost of Command Central. You'd think they wouldn't be surprised anymore, but I keep surprising them.
Also, I need to double check something because hold on, house rules. Smoke grenades last 4 rounds unless they dissipate sooner. So after this round, the smoke is going to go bye-bye.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, just keep that. I'm just bringing that up ahead of time. So, okay, that's you. So Romeo is still down on the ground in pain. This guy is going to um, see daughter and shoot her. So he's going to aim and fire. So where is his rifle? Um, or his shotgun rather. Okay, he got 1 hit. So that's I mean, again with the armor situation, kind of like with your shotgun, um, that is 2 damage on daughter. You know, she has to do a CUF, but Ohio Jones is here, so he has command B, so she actually gets unit morale. And she is fine. She's made of tough stuff apparently. Oh, I accidentally rolled Tobias's Golden Mr. Fire, but that's the same as daughter. So, um, yeah, but she is very badly wounded. So, uh, Arthur blitz you back. Okay, well, knowing him, I'm guessing he's probably going to try to coup de grace the guy. So let's see, what does he have for a gun? He has his carbine. Well, he has that Raptor assault rifle, but I'm assuming he's using his carbine. Let's see. So that guy. So let me check the coup de grace rules. Well, let's see. Range fire modifiers, a target, defenseless target in the same hex. The guy is actually not technically defenseless because he's just prone. So, um, I guess he's just going to um shoot the guy, like take it, like, well, he'll save an action to block and then shoot him. It was like a quick shot. So, let's see. So rifleman. The good news with carbine, it cancels out. So I'm not going to use any of his ammo dice. Oh my, Arthur. Yeah, this is what I got. So Let's see. Emily, you're there, right? Because I know Astron and Blitz are muted, but sigh. Is anybody else here? Fuck. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Ignore my mild frustration by the fact that there's been more than one moment where I'm like on my own. So, um, but yeah. So, well, as long as I'm not just mindlessly talking to myself. So let's see
Hello?
that guy. Oh, hi. Thank goodness. Um, so what I did, because Blitz, it was your turn, but because you were gone, I just had Arthur do like a single shot with his carbine. Um, and you got 3 successes.
Oh,
So this guy is down and is going to be taking a crit. So let's see
this
his
guy?
yes. And I basically I saved your fast action, like in the event that you didn't hit him, like I saved your fast action to block, and then you just did a quick shot with the carbine. But because you have rifleman, it's basically no penalty. And um, that way, like you actually got, like, I rolled and you got 3 successes. I didn't roll any ammo dice in case you were being more conservative with it, but um, let's see. So critical injury. So you hit him in the torso, and let's see.
Back, Cody. Sorry about that.
All right, cool. So that guy got bleeding gut. So
Ooh.
yeah, because basically, yeah, Arthur, yeah, just shot the guy, and I'll just say he's dead. So first kill.
Yay!
Or
First of
first
many.
your first enemy kill in the encounter, because unfortunately Keating was KIA early. So Lena unfortunately is still down. This merc is still up and is going to um, keep pegging away at daughter. Because Hugh and Matthias are being sneaky, and Ohio Jones is in engaged range with an officer. So actually, wait, hold on. Let's see. So he's going to just aim and fire his shotgun at daughter.
Theoretically,
Is the torn
could Mr.
intestines
Bleeding Gut...
fatal?
What about
Sorry?
Mr. Bleeding Gut?
Oh. I was just going to say, theoretically, could he be used as a human shield?
I mean, Tobias did it once with a fucking nurse that he slaughtered. So, yes. I mean, I would
He's
rule that
proven
if you were,
himself very good at absorbing bullets.
yeah. I mean, I would note that if you were trying to shoot, you would be taking, a major penalty, because you're trying to not only hold a body up, like to block you, but also fire a gun one-handed with your vision and mobility obscured. If you want to do that, I'm fine with it, but we're gonna have to get
Okay.
into that later. So, anyway, so this guy, he got 2 successes. So, um, daughter takes that would be, let's see, base damage 3, and then armor sucks 1. So either way, she's broken. But the good news is that unlike Alien, where um, you, like, if you get broken, you automatically get a crit. This game, from what I remember, you actually, like, only the crit rating, like extra damage, gives you a crit. Like if you get knocked down from damage, you don't get a crit.
Yeah, you're just down.
Yeah, exactly. So she is down and out, but not critted and dead. So Riley is going to um, let's see. He's going to, oh, oh, nope, hold on. Move 1, 2. Roll his mobility, and he's got AA. All right, so he gets 1, 2 because he got 2 successes. For his next action, again, he's going to run, and then he's going to do mobility again, and he gets another 2 successes. So he is now running in behind Arthur. So this merc is dead. Like, he's prime human shield fodder. Um, daughter is down on the ground. Um, this merc here is the one who was suppressed by Lena when she originally shot him, is going to stand up and with a fast action and um, I mean, let's see, stand up and um, I'll do and yeah, I'll just stand up and move over here, I guess. Okay, and then Sergeant Ohio Jones is going to because this guy saved an action to block, he's going to attack him in close combat. So let's see. He'll attack him unarmed in the sense that well, actually, yeah, unarmed in the sense that he's trying to incapacitate the guy, and he will, um, go for a called shot on his arm to avoid, risking like somehow like like pulling his heart out like Mola Ram or ripping off his head. So
Yeah, the best tactical option: rip off the enemy's head and still some with fear.
yeah. So he gets a minus
It would work.
2, and let's see how he does. He will push that D10. Yeah, well, no bueno, but he did get one hit on the arms. This guy is going to roll his close combat to try to negate that, which he does, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, I did that wrong. Yeah, I accidentally rolled range combat instead of close combat. The guy has a slightly worse close combat pool. Well, same result. He still got a success. So, guy like interdicts Tobias's like lunge. Okay, round 5. The smoke has dissipated. So I'll just move those tiles out of the way in case I need to use them again. So there's no more smoke. The officer is going to save an action to block, and he's going to let's see. Actually, here's what he'll do. He's going to try to back away from Tobias and shoot him. So, yep, and then Tobias, well, actually, no, I got to roll the mobility first. Okay, well, Tobias gets a free attack on him. So, let's see, unarmed. He's going to take a minus 2 again to avoid, like, accidentally, like, killing him. Okay, well, he missed, so. So the guy gets to here and is going to, I mean, let's see, because now there's plenty of targets. I'm going to roll a d3. 1 is Tobias, 2 is Hugh, 3 is Matthias. So, in terms of who he shoots. So, 1d3. So, yeah, Hugh, bad news. Actually, because he's already wounded, what I'll do to make it fair is given how lopsided the encounter has been, I'm going to target the people with full health, i.e. Tobias and Matthias. So I'm going to roll a d2 instead. 1d2, not 12d. All right, let's see. Okay, so he's going to shoot at Matthias. Though luckily Matthias is built like a truck, so
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah, fucking 6 health. So this officer is going to do a quick shot, however, with a carbine that's only a minus 1. So let's see how he does. Okay, well he got a hit on both the oh, I had Matthias selected, but yeah, a hit on the Amadeus and the base success. So what he does, that's 2 damage to Matthias.
Okay.
And then because there was an extra success, but that got negated by the armor. And then does he already have his unit morale of B in there, Emily?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll his unit morale.
Unit morale. You got this, man.
Oh, he
like
does.
fuck, he has it.
Yeah. um. Okay, so he definitely takes a pretty bad hit, but he's still up. Speaking of which, it's now his turn. So,
All right. So many choices, so little to do. And the nice LMG he has is just, right for the use. Okay, who goes? Be up next. If he were to shoot at this guy, would he risk shooting daughter because he's kind of like
um,
shooting through her hex?
if she's down on the ground prone, technically, um, I can't remember if it's raw or if I said that, like, if you're shooting over somebody who's prone, like, normally they would have to do a CUF roll, but, like, given that Lena and daughter are both, like, broken from damage, I would say, like, there wouldn't be any point to it, so he can just shoot over, like, he's not shooting at somebody who's prone that, like, the angle down could hit you, so I would say if he's standing and the guy is standing, then he can just shoot over both of you, it's fine, so.
Okay. Okay, so he's firing an Ellen.
Yeah, so firing an LMG when carried is a -2. If he's aiming with a like a fast aim, then the red dot sight gives him a +1. And I think he has machine gunner, doesn't he?
He does indeed, so
All
he's
right, so it's a
rolling
flat roll.
flat.
Correct. And then you can use as many ammo dice as you want. So.
Yep. He'll use 3. Really, try and put this guy in the hurt locker. Oh my
Oh
fucking
my God!
Christ.
Yes, he does. Oh shit. Okay. So that's 3 or no, hold on. So 2, 3, 4. Even with the armor, that's a crit. So 1, 2, 3. Mark the damage first, and then let's see what his crit is, and it's leg hit. So.
Blows the dude's fucking legs off.
Well, he did a cracked hip again, so.
Uh,
I mean, the guy's at least prone, so. Which.
You really need those legs anyway.
Okay. God damn it. Right before my turn. Perfect timing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Apologies.
I don't know how
Again.
much. I don't know how much you
Hopefully next
missed.
time we're playing, I will not be at home for the weekend, and I won't have to be running errands for family.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Matthias, yeah. Because like Emily's been controlling him temporarily. She just shot and knocked this guy down.
Yeah, I saw
So
the Pulse SMG roll or
yeah.
LMG.
And I will say as a reminder, the smoke is now gone. So.
yeah.
Uh-oh. No more Ghost of Command Center. Yes, I'm not a gorilla anymore. I'm just a gorilla.
That's funny.
Oh, it just switched to my turn. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I thought it was still the previous turn. I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine. So what would you like to do?
They're all just far enough away. So, you know what?
What?
I'm doing calculations in my head. Base damage 3 minus for one every tile past my range is -1 damage for a shotgun, right?
Well, not every one tile, but basically every zone past short. So
Uh-huh.
short.
Okay. Even better. So one tile past my range though is still going to be a -1.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
-1 damage.
Cool. Remember this guy who's like almost dead?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
the range
aiming
on
and
your
then shooting.
shotgun?
2, I think.
Yeah, shotgun's 2.
Aw.
But the base damage is 3, so I mean it still rivals an assault rifle for like what? 4 tiles, which is the range of an assault rifle. Either way, I'm gonna shoot that fucker. And I'm
Alright.
actually gonna aim this time. So no
Alright.
-2.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You're fucking...
Do you want to push the D10?
I would very much like to push it. Please.
Well, the shotgun takes a reliability hit.
Yeah, at least you don't take the damage, but the shotgun takes 1 point of reliability.
Oh, no.
But you're the mechanic, so you can fix it.
I'm more worried about the guy that's alive. You're supposed to be dead. Shit.
Okay, so Romeo is down still. This merc was knocked
Fuck.
prone, so he is going to, um, you know, distribute the suffering evenly. He's going to shoot at Ohio Tobias. So he's going to aim and fire at him. Let's see.
Is the torn intestines crit a fatal one?
That's a good point. Because torn intestines is fatal in a stretch, but we're going in rounds.
Okay.
So this guy is below half though. Like, cause just a reminder in terms of how I run like these mercs, like these guys are kind of like challenge enemies that appear occasionally. Where like I essentially run them like PCs, where instead of like crits auto killing separatists and cultists, like these guys actually can take crits and stay standing.
Oh,
So.
yep, that's fine. I was just curious because Romeo has the torn, and I was.
Oh, he
worried
does?
that- Yep. Wasn't that what he got like for
No, what
his
Romeo
second
got
crit
was
when he
cracked
was
spine.
down? Ew. Who has
So
torn intestines?
I
then?
think it was
Oh,
one of the mercs. I don't remember which one, and the fact that the foundry system doesn't let you drag crits onto the guys doesn't help. I mean, I'm not really
okay.
keeping track of their specific
Sorry.
crits for the most part. No, it's fine. It's just that like you're probably going to kill them all anyway. So.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I was slightly worried that
yeah.
Romeo was gonna bleed out.
No, he's not going to bleed out.
Or we could try and help him.
I think cracked spine is cracked spine even fatal in the first place? Yes, but it is in a shift.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That's perfectly
So,
fine.
all right. Anyway, so this guy, yeah, he's going to aim and fire his shotgun at Ohio Jones, and it's going to have a decrease in damage because of the distance. So let's see. One, so let's see. So two, one, two. So Tobias will move him here. So that's a -1 to the damage. And let's see how he does.
Ooh, we got a headshot off on him.
Yeah. Now the damage is not enough to crit him.
Yeah.
But he does take 2. So that and that. And he does have to make a CUF. Oh, that's not good. So he is suppressed. And that is that Merc's turn. Arthur, Blitz, you there?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you still planning to conduct Operation Human Shield, or are you just gonna, you know, go full on Tug Speedman, and like dive in the room and start shooting?
Well, we'll go with the dive in the room move.
Okay.
Okay, so these are both friendlies on that tile.
Yeah, Matthias and you are
Hmm.
here.
I'm gonna get onto this one,
Okay.
and first, motherfucker, I make eye contact with this idiot.
Yep.
He's cooked.
Yep. So yeah, usual carbine thing, yeah, -1 instead of -2, but rifleman cancels it out. So you can basically play this game like you're playing Gears of Duty, just like running around spraying from the hip.
Oh boy, we got ourselves a live one, boys. Gonna take him out.
What's the modifier?
In your case, it would be a flat roll
Okay.
for your carbine at least.
Apparently he
Oh,
was sedated.
How the
Oh my
hell does that
God.
happen, man? What are the odds of that?
You point the gun at him, and just
Very low.
nothing happens.
well,
That's not
I
even
raise
nothing
my
happens.
gun and I realize that it's
That-
pointed at my
that
own
is
chest, so I
the
gotta.
receiver, like backfiring.
Yeah,
It explodes. The bullet goes out the side.
no,
It's a horrible
you realize that
misfire.
your rifle's operating system has an update and needs to reboot.
Oh man.
Blue screen
Damn
of
it.
death on your sci-fi rifle.
Yeah. So, yeah. So in other words, that happens.
Better update your drivers.
Yeah. Estimated
Boy.
update time 3 minutes. So, um, okay. So that's Arthur's disaster of a turn. Lena's still
Yeah.
down. This guy sees Arthur charging the room. Is going to fire at you. So shotgun.
I come in peace.
You say that as you're holding your gun, it makes like a hellacious noise as it like needs to update, and you're like,
It loudly
come in
makes the
peace.
like
It's
Windows disconnect sound.
Oh my god. All right. So this guy's gonna, I guess, do his roll. Okay, that's a hit. So your armor soaks one of it, but he does do the base 3. But luckily, like Meltem Down Matthias, you're built like a tank, so you do take 3 damage. And
boy.
roll CUF. And even though Tobias is suppressed, technically unit morale would apply because he's in line of sight. So you get
That's a
a,
B.
yeah, he's got unit morale B. So
tried to,
oh,
son of a
thank
bitch
God.
tried to kneecap you.
Okay, very nice. Arthur keeps it together. Maybe it's because of all the alcohol, but uh, okay, very nice. So next is Riley, who is going to move to here as a fast action and is going to try to finish off. Let's see, which mark is going next? Okay, he doesn't have line of sight on that guy, but he'll try to finish off the one that's been, hounding you guys. So let's see, he's got his rifle. Let's see. He has -1 overall, and I'll say he uses 2 ammo dice. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Ooh, baby.
Okay.
Finally.
So I'm not even going to bother with the crits. Like even with the armor and stuff, like that guy's just flat out fucking dead. So, um, so there's that. That guy is, um, you know, history. That's Riley's turn. Um, next is going to be this merc who is going to, uh, let's see. Tough call because the problem is like, half the people in this room are down. Um, he is going to, because Matthias is, kind of an NPC, so he'll target him. Let's see. So just aim and fire. Oh shit.
Are you? Oh God.
Okay, well your armor blocks one of it, but that is, I believe, 4 damage.
He actually has 2 torso armor. He blocks
Oh,
2 of
he
it.
does now. I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. So in that case, so he, let's see. So 2 torso armor. So base damage 3. Actually, no. Hold on, wait. Which guy was the one with it? This guy actually had a rifle. These 2 guys have shotguns. This guy actually has a rifle, so that's actually 2 damage instead of 3. Um, so that's my mistake. It's the same dice pool, it's just a different gun. So 2 damage. So let's see, 2, 3, 4. The armor blocks 2. So Matthias only takes 2, and therefore you do not get a crit. So, but you do
Yep.
need a CUF with unit morale. All right, you're fine.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. Um, Ohio Jones is going to. I mean, he's no longer panicked this turn, or suppressed rather, but he is prone.
He's still prone though.
Yes, and yeah, just got to get that. Okay. Round 6. The officer is going to. Who to shoot at? Let's see. He's going to take a shot at Riley, because he's got a straight line of sight, and he watched Riley like. What?
Sorry.
Oh, I hear Astron something in your background.
Sorry.
Okay. So this guy is going to aim and fire at Riley. Hold on, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's in range. And let's see. Okay, the officer misses entirely. So that's the officer's turn. He aimed and fired. Melt some turn, Matthias. All right, you're up.
All right. He is gonna turn to the dude who just shot him with a wild gleam in his eye, not seen by the because of the big fucking helmet on his head. And he is gonna lay down a world of pain on this motherfucker.
Nice.
He's gonna do a quick aim, so -2 for the carrying the LMG, and then
+2 from the red dot sight and the specialty, so flat roll.
yep, do a little couple rate of fire, because why not?
Do you want to push?
What's the reliability on his gun?
I think it's 3 because he.
Yeah, it's capped at 3.
Okay.
I'll push. Hopefully, he
Okay,
doesn't do
because he
that
does
much.
have another LMG.
Mm,
Okay, well the reliability goes down by 1, so that's not ideal, but
Yep.
but you still do hit him at least, so that's 2 damage. The guy soaks 1 of it, but now he's got to do a cuff roll, which he unfortunately endures. But he is, circling the drain mortality-wise. Okay, Hugh, you're up.
Awesome. I'm gonna once again aim and fire, this time at this
The
one.
guy to the south, yeah, the one that Matthias. All right. Though I will warn, hold on. So Matthias hasn't moved, so let me get this. Arthur's south of you. So technically, I can see either approach. Like you could probably hit this guy without making Arthur do a CUF. So I just needed to ascertain that
Yeah,
before.
I appreciate that.
So yeah. So just I guess factor in the distance and stuff, and then you're in business.
Yeah, it doesn't change the attack, just removes a point of damage.
Right.
Hey,
Do you want to push the
and
D10?
I'm pushing it.
Yeah, it's worth a try. Okay, but either way, the damage.
4 4s in a row. So that's a
So
base damage of 3 minus
Yep.
1 for range.
Yeah, well, either way, even the armor soaking 1, that is exactly enough to kill him.
Heck yeah!
So I'm gonna roll.
Finally.
I'm gonna roll his crit and see what he gets. It was a torso shot.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what he gets. Oh, that's ironic.
What?
What his buddy did to
Martingale?
Romeo, you just did to him.
Nice, man.
Lovebirds on the floor together. Something suicide pact.
You remember till death do us part, right? Anyway. So that was Hugh, very nice. Next would be what the fuck? Hold on. Why is it not letting me cycle the initiative thing? Hold on, I'm going to try refreshing the page. Like the button to cycle to the next character wasn't working, and that was very odd. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, Romeo's down. Um, this merc is going to um, take a shot at Sergeant Johnson. I mean Tobias, and let's see. The distance is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he's in range. Though with the shotgun, he is going to have a damage decrease, and he gets a -1 because Tobias is prone. Um, so -1. Yep, he missed. So that's his turn. Arthur, you're up.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Yeah,
City is
that's
still alive, right?
yeah. The officer's still
Is that
alive,
the only
but
idiot alive?
well, the officer's
Oh,
still
that
alive, but
idiot too?
you need to capture him alive if possible. Which you can accomplish
I
by like
see.
shooting him. Like if you want to do a called shot and shoot him in the arms or the legs, then you can take him down. Like the worst case scenario is like if you roll a 10, then he loses an arm or loses a leg. It's not like he gets shot in the
I hit him
fucking
in the
head.
artery and he bleeds out in 3 minutes.
Well, I mean, if you get Lena back up, then she can patch him up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I gotta do so much patch up today. Gotta patch up Romeo, gotta patch up myself, and gotta patch up the commander.
gotta patch up my install the patch for my gun.
The only person who is in this combat encounter right now who has not been wounded is Riley, and that probably is subject to change.
I was
Yeah.
actually wounded in a different combat encounter. I was
Yeah,
wounded
yeah.
before this. Haven't gotten hit this encounter though.
Yeah,
Mostly my
you
pride that's
got
wounded.
knocked on your ass by a shotgunner.
And my
Yeah.
organs.
So anyway, so Arthur, what are you doing?
Can I like fucking tackle this idiot?
Um, if you get in, so here's the thing. So if you use one fast action to get to here, and then get 2 successes to get to here, then I think you can actually do a diving blow.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look up the rules. I'm gonna look up the rules before you get fully committed to it. So let's see, close combat. So diving blow. If you in a single round first run into the same hex as an enemy and then strike them with an unarmed blow, you get a +2 modifier to the attack. This is called a diving blow. If the attack hits, you inflict damage normally, and both you and the target fall prone.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Yep. All right. So you can do it. So now you get in there and then roll a close combat.
You got this, man.
Just barely.
Pushing it.
Yeah. Oh. So it says it can be blocked. However, because this guy aimed and fired at the start of the turn, he cannot block it. Let's see. It's a diving blow. So yeah, I think this sound only makes sense for the situation. He turns and looks and he sees.
You just run up to him and lay down the people's elbow on him.
So he fucking spade spins at. Well, he doesn't have a shovel in this, but let's
I'll
see.
have to
So
acquire one.
yeah. So you inflict damage normally, which in this case you got 1 success, so that's 1 damage on this guy. And you hit him in the torso, and both of you are now on the ground prone. So let me just mark prone and prone. All right, so you guys are both prone. Very nice turn. Lena is down. So now we go to Riley, who is going to be he's going to move into the same zone as Hugh and melt him down. And let's see, he has his standard E10, so he is going to 1, 2, 3. So he can hit, but he's at a -1. But he has rifleman, so okay. And apparently he didn't have any fucking ammo in his magazine, so
That's a problem.
yeah, I didn't fucking realize he didn't have any ammo. So he's gonna, I guess, reload as a slow action, try to do it as a fast action. So how many magazines does he have? So here's what I'll do is I'll change the quantity on that to 2, and then I'll reload this one to 40 and have him do a standard range combat to try to reload it quicker. Yep. So he reloads it as a fast section, but because he moved, he still can't shoot. So.
Yep.
All right, that will be Riley's turn. Daughter is still down. Tobias is going to stand up with a. Well, actually, yeah, he's going to stand up with a fast action, and then actually no, scratch it. He's going to stay prone. He's going to aim with a fast action to counteract this guy being prone in different hex, and he's going to shoot him. So, let's see, his machine gun, machine gunner. Oh, actually, we get a +1. So, rate of fire. I'll just use some ammo. He'll push. Why not? Oh,
Ooh, baby.
oh my. Okay, well his
Ah.
reliability goes down by 1, but I mean that's let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So yeah, this guy's history.
He's a red smear on the ground at that point.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And Tobias, like he stands up, pulls, how do you like me now, bitch? Throwback to the olden days. Round 7. So this guy who is on the ground with Arthur is going to, ironically, take a page out of Arthur's book. Is going to stand up and kick Arthur in the crotch. So let's see, because I think you get
This
a
is not a
modifier.
battle he wants to start.
So, hold on a sec. So stance. Close attacks against a prone target get a +2 modifier. So he stands up with a fast action and is a slow action. He's going to kick you and he's going to get a +1 or +2 rather. And let's see how he does. Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
He's curb stomping your arms, dude.
Unarmed. Let's see. So unarmed attack it has a armor +3. So he doesn't do any damage to you.
Typical.
Yep.
This guy's got some weird ideas about like anatomy. He's going for the nut shot on the arms.
Well, maybe he tried to hit the nuts and then you blocked it with your arm. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the officer's turn. So he's standing up, and now it is Melted Down's turn. And currently, the only remaining hostile target in the room is the officer.
Mm-hmm. Who is up?
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. The only 2 things to keep in mind is number 1, if you shoot into the hex, Arthur's going to have to do a CUF, and also if you miss, there is a chance you might hit him.
Oh god,
Yeah.
not this again.
Well, Matthias has empathy to do that, unfortunately. I'm very he will do a cold shot to the leg. He doesn't
Obliterate the guy, yeah.
Yeah. So -2. I'll shot.
Yeah, and you do get the the red dot sight bonus and the machine gunner, but the problem is also is that because you are doing a called shot, it's still a -2.
Yep. Which shouldn't really be a problem, but
Well, it could be. You want to push that?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna push that because I
Oh,
hope I don't.
oh,
Oh
oh
God.
God, oh God. Well,
Oh
let's
man.
check the friendly fire rules.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I roll a 2d6, and if
Every time.
the initial success will do the base damage of the weapon, and the additional success will possibly crit Arthur.
Well, I probably might not
Oh.
crit him. His armor will. Oh, yeah, no, he's fine.
Yep.
You do need to do a CUF roll though.
Sorry. I
Okay,
tried
well,
to
you
be
know
a
what?
badass hero, but I failed.
That's the name of the game today.
What, being a badass hero or failing or both?
A little bit of both, yeah.
Oh my God, that's a
Oh,
damn good CUF roll.
never
Okay.
mind, just the first part.
Okay. So that's melt him down. All right, Hugh, you're up.
All right. Wait, what enemy is left standing?
The officer.
Oh, Commander.
Yeah. All the mercs are dead.
So, what's the modifier for aiming for the legs?
It'd be -2 for a called shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know what I'm doing. He's 3 tiles away from me, technically, right? Because he's in the tile with Arter.
Mm-hmm.
Rifleman. I'm aiming. Uh-huh. Called shot is a -2.
Yes.
I'm using my rate of fire.
Ooh. Nice. Very
So that's
close
base
call.
3 damage. I'm going to use the ammo for...
A
I
crit.
can use the ammo for an extra hit.
I think
Or is that
that
just +1 damage?
I think it would be +1 because I think only a certain firing rate can be used for multiple thing, but I'm going to double check that. I mean, either way, just so you know, the damage is more than sufficient to knock this guy down. So, like,
Yeah, I'm aiming for the kneecaps.
yeah,
I'm
what you
taking him
do with his
out.
stunt doesn't really do anything. So let me just roll what his crit is.
Okay. If it doesn't matter, then I don't care to go looking up the rules. I'm
Right.
blasting that man in the kneecap.
All right. Well, let's just see what his crit is.
Damn! That's how we do it that back home.
Oh, ouch.
What is it?
Arterial bleeding. You were one result
Ow!
off from blowing his leg off.
I aimed a little high.
Just checking.
Just a
Were you
little.
from? Was your like? Were you part? Was Hugh part of a trailer park community? The same. It was sector of Texas as Mike.
I'm from Georgia.
Oh God, even worse. Um.
Yeah!
Same shit, different day.
Really?
Oh, it's even worse. But anyway. Um. So yeah. So this guy, shouts out in pain, drops his gun. He is. Is there an incapacitated thing? I'll just say restrained, I guess. Um. With that, yeah. For the time being, the bloodshed has ended. So.
Well, except for the arterial bleeding of that guy.
Well, yeah.
That's my name.
Sorry, I aimed a little too high.
So well, here's what we
I think
need
I
to
popped these
establish.
shells a little too tight.
So first of all, let me see. In terms of people getting back up on their feet after um taking damage, I need to see what the incapacitated by damage. Um okay, recovery. Um Jesus Christ. If no one helps you with like so in Alien, I think it's like within like a turn you get back up on your feet. In this game, it's a shift. So, um, yeah, now somebody's going to need to do a medical aid. And the
Yeah.
problem, well, hold on. Ohio Jones has empathy B. That's not too bad. Um, he's going to go over to because Lena is the medic. He's going to hold on. Does it say how long it takes to heal somebody? Recovery. Okay. All right. So, well, he'll do a medical aid. See if he gets lucky. He will push that. And he succeeds. Okay, Lena is back on her feet. So your medic is back up. Emily, are you there?
It would seem not.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess um, I'll have her do a medical aid to try to stabilize the officer. Let's see. She has combat medic. Well, actually, no. She needs field surgeon to get the guy like fully up on his feet. So, or like stabilize the crit. Okay, so the crit is stabilized. Um, and then I guess just medical aid for bringing him back up. Push that. Oh, there we go. So he's fine. So, so the officer gets up very bloodied and wounded because I mean, again, he didn't have any body armor. Um, and like is obviously having problems standing because of fucking Hugh shooting him in the leg with a shotgun, an 8-gauge shotgun. Um, so I'll say that Lena will be, helping, well, Romeo first because of his like potential paralysis. Let's see. Medical aid, field surgeon. Okay, so Romeo is stabilized. And I guess, I'm not going to bother with like specific medical aid rules for him and daughter. While that is cooking, um, for Arthur and Hugh, is there anything specific you want to be doing with the officer, or do you want to wait for Emily to come back and give input, or what's the plan?
Mostly I'm just gonna be doing anything I can to be the little medical assistant to make sure he doesn't bleed out because I shot him in the artery.
Well, no, he's well, yeah, because he was stabilized, like his crit was stabilized, and
Okay, okay.
he was
As
at two
long as he's
HP.
stable, then I'm
Yeah,
gonna start trying to look at my gun and sob
Riley
over
is
it a
going
little bit
to
for
definitely
taking
take
damage.
take like take the guy's carbine, kick it across the room, and have his gun pointed at the guy. The guy has his hands up, so um, he's not a threat to you. Did I hear somebody's mic activate? I.e. Emily or
Not mine.
okay. Well, I heard like a little like pop or something from what sounded like a microphone switching on.
Might just be my shitty mic being
I think
shitty.
it is. I saw yours light up.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's fine. Well, um, what's the what's the plan here? Do you want to wait for Emily to get back to weigh in, or do you guys like what do you want to do?
First, I'm
At least,
kicking this
I
guy in
think
the
waiting isn't a
balls.
bad idea.
well, the guy's standing upright. If you want to knee him in the nads, then sure.
Yeah, yeah. Not enough to like kill him. So
Yeah, imagine like kneeing him in the nads so hard that you fucking kill somebody.
he just instantly fucking
Would be funny.
doubles over in pain and doesn't double back up.
That or like you hit him so hard that like he takes slight damage and it's like GTA style like screen like black and white wasted and he slowly falls over.
Ragdolls.
Yeah. Um so are you going to ask him any questions or what are you doing with him?
I'm not a interrogator.
Well, let me put it this way, like kind of like I do in my other games, like you can ask questions and then we'll have Tobias just do the role as if he was the one actually asking it.
See, his his presence alone menacing enough to What what did we come here for again?
So, you are here
We need to
because
interrogate him.
yeah, because basically just for to elaborate a little more. So obviously, your mission is to find out who the traitor in the Interstellar Marine ranks is. When you did that convoy ambush, you captured the captain in charge of those troops, and she said that this officer, which speaking of, his name tag is on his BDUs. This guy is her commanding officer. That he was the one who sent her. So you need to find out either from him or from maybe the computers in the base, like, okay, who gave you this intel? Which means that you could either A, end up with the direct name of the traitor, or B, you could find another lead.
Oh yeah, okay.
So basically just like ask questions um and he'll answer them.
I think be fine with waiting for Emily to get back, but
I'm back.
Oh, perfect time.
well, how about that shit?
I heard you guys calling my name. Not really. I had to step away from the mic, but
That seems to be kind of a recurring thing today, but not just for you, but yeah, so I mean, do you know what's going on?
yep.
Okay.
It's like we have the dude and we're starting to save
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, because what I did is I had Ohio Jones, like, he got you back on your feet. You stabilized the officer so he wouldn't bleed out. You also got him back on his feet, and you treated Romeo's, you know, paralysis. And in terms of
Nice.
wounds, I'll say, I mean, honestly, you'll probably just be able to get by with just dragging Romeo and daughter back into the IFE and letting them recover. Um, but for now, I
Yep.
mean, you have this like momentary lull in the action where if you want to question this guy, you have free reign to do so. And as I pointed out, that this guy from his like the nameplate on his fatigues, like this is the officer that Captain Sarif name dropped. Like this is the guy that sent her.
Fun. I think I need to stabilize my own crit because it is a fatal one.
Tobias did a medical aid to stabilize you, I thought. Actually no, he didn't. He just did the roll to get you on your feet. So you do need to stabilize your crit. Well, actually, yours is fatal in a shift, right? Yeah, it's lethal in a shift. Um, if you want to treat it now, you can, but um, you know, it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I can just wait. So we
Okay.
have the dude and
Yeah, like if you want to question him now, this would be the ideal time to do so.
okay. My brain would function. So he was in charge of Slurry, and we are. Our mission is we're looking for regarding a traitor.
Yeah, because basically the like as I said to Blitz, like the whole thing is that so yeah, because this was definitely a point of contention last time is like you're searching for leads, like you set up the decoy convoy mission. Sarif kind of answered the call, and they're like, okay, who sent Sarif? This is the guy who sent Sarif, so you need to figure out like, is this guy in direct communications with the traitor, or does he have another lead?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should beat him up until he tells us that he's the traitor. And then we pat ourselves on the back for a job well done.
Well, maybe not.
Some CIA bullshit.
Well, keep in mind that he could fess up to it out of fear. That doesn't make it true, and that doesn't solve the
Exactly.
problem. But the problem is if he's not actually the traitor, then the job is unfinished.
Well, why would he lie to us?
Well, because then otherwise you'd just be fucking beating him senseless.
No, what? That's crazy talk.
So yeah, I'll kind of hobble over to him as he's being like
Yeah,
held
Tobias
there.
will kind of help support you. So.
Mhm. Yep, I really appreciate it, man. And then I'll say the commander can speak like English and like a language I can like communicate
Well,
with him, right?
Hugh has his like comm slicer that he can translate with, so.
All right, cool.
So like basically there isn't a language barrier between you and this guy.
Would be really funny if he spoke like only like Arabic, and we just have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
And he's Turkish, so close.
Yep. Okay. So I guess my first question I will ask him is, um, you know, just to hear from his own like mouth, what is the purpose of this like installation? What do you do here, and you know, what type of information do you have?
So well in this case I'll just flat out say in advance that normally a situation like this, would be an opposed persuasion, but between it being plot critical information and also the fact that you guys like just narrowly survived that combat encounter, I'll just let you just kind of do as is. At least for most of it. Um, so basically, he says that this outpost was, um, I mean, it was obviously formerly under Interstellar Marine control, um, but the Separatists found it and took it over because it was kind of like lightly guarded and out in the middle of nowhere. And the Separatists have basically kind of repurposed it for supporting their own long distance communications. Whether that's from like different sectors of the planet to like space to ground, that kind of thing. So it's a general like long range communications facility.
Long range comms facility. Okay. Okay. Purpose of the building. I guess my kind of like second question would be like, well, it's more of an order of like, identify yourself, what's your name, like rank, all that.
Yeah, he gives the usual like like name, rank, and serial number, which I actually had written down if I can find it. So he is Major Seihan Niazi, number 5576, well, or 55762-99-CN. Which if you want, I could put that in notes.
Yes.
All
If you
right, let
wouldn't
me
mind.
just, yeah, where is, oh, apparently there isn't a notes thing for Interstellar Marines. I'll just post it in the chat then. Um, so there's that. So, yeah, so he gives you that.
Mhm. Okay. Name, purpose of building. Um, I guess I'll ask him, is there a, like, where do you store, like, your, like, comms records? There's, like, a computer system or
Yeah, yeah, I mean there are
something else?
computers like, so in terms of this base, like obviously there's the main like living quarters kind of here, which is like just like both a mix of like the barracks and like the kitchen and all that stuff. There's the armory up here, and then this comm room has like it doubles as like a control room and a server room. So like accessing the stations here, and because they were all unlocked at the time of the surprise assault, um, you know, you're pretty much good to go. So in terms of like not needing to do a tech roll to unlock them.
Okay.
And also I will state for Arthur and Hugh, I mean if either of you want to chime in, I mean feel free to.
Yeah, definitely. he's the commander. Um, this will probably be a persuasion roll, but you know, I basically will ask him or rather tell him like, we want the locations of any like other like
Like any of his
units.
superiors?
Yep. And with your
Okay.
superiors, and then anyone that you've sent out recently in the area.
Okay,
What their
so
locations.
yeah, in this case, let's pull up and I'll let you use Tobias's like persuasion pool of, well, he has persuasion C. So here's what we'll do is, what's yours? Do you have
I have AD.
Okay, so that's kind of similar to his pool, honestly. Um, but we'll go over the modifiers and see how that helps you.
Yep.
So social conflict. Okay, so you have more people on your side. Your opponent has suffered damage. Your opponent is held captive by you. So that's a plus
The
3.
threat of torture.
You present your case very well, so that's 4.
Yep.
And in terms of -1, um, you ask for something valuable or dangerous, and yeah, in terms of, I would say nothing to gain, but like, well, let me ask you this, kind of like my soul like honesty, you know, like honor system ruling, kind of like with Horgus, I'll say this: if you are honest about the fact that you are going to like let him live and you're not going to like break all of his bones before letting him go or something, because I know Arthur's thinking that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like if you are sincere about the fact that you'll let him go and like you won't kill him or mutilate him or whatever, then that will cancel out the your opponent has nothing to gain by helping. Because basically, like if you make it clear that you're going to kill him, then he's not going to, you know, just help you undermine his superiors. So if
Yeah.
you are honest about the fact that you'll spare his life, then that will cancel out a negative.
Yeah, I will say that, I'll give the ultimatum of give us the information and we will allow you to walk out of here alive.
Okay, so in
Like
that
we'll,
case, you are
let you walk out with the one weapon with a full magazine.
okay. So yeah, in that case,
Try
you
and survive.
yeah. So you've got total of, I think that's +3 to your persuasion, and then I'll roll his.
Yes. Um. Yep, I don't have anything else that would modify this, but let's get dangerous. 2 successes.
Okay. So what I'll say is this, because like, again, me and being just a more kind of forgiving GM, like, because it technically would be a tie, but because you both got 8 and 8, and then a 9, I'll give you the 9 just like by just barely, especially because I don't remember the full 9 yards with ties. Let me just double check if there's an actual ruling about that. I'm pretty sure it's like Alien where tie goes to the defender, but um, you know, like let's see, if you successfully persuade your opponent, I'll say, like, given the fact that you did promise to, like the fact that you're also like giving him a gun and some ammo to defend himself with, I'll say that kind of is the narrative like tiebreaker rather than just like throwing him to the wolves, probably literally. So
Mm-hmm.
either way, so you do succeed. So you do. He tells you that his um, commanding officer, like his commander, um, is Colonel Seda Kavak, which again, I'll paste that in chat. I don't have a number for her, but well, I'll write it. Seda Kavak. Um, so he says that Colonel Kavak, um, you know, I don't know her current whereabouts, but she has been in touch with me via this relay outpost.
Okay.
So the implication there is that you could either try to, communicate it with her yourself or through this guy as like a proxy.
Hmm. What do you guys think? Because he's still like injured, and I did say I was going to be merciful to him. If we had him, working with us to contact the, I feel that would probably increase our chances of actually finding out more about for the assignment. Do you guys agree with that?
I do. I think go easy on him, get the intel we need.
Okay, so that's one. And then Blitz, what do you think?
I think it would be funny to tie him to the front of the IFV with ropes, but I don't see how that helps us in this situation.
Jesus Christ, man. You're worse than a Reynolds brother, only barely.
Only barely.
So technically, if one of the Reynolds women has like a polygamy or something, does that make Arthur one of the Reynolds brothers?
I don't know. I failed geometry.
2 words I can't count. But anyway, um, so but yeah, so I'm guessing that, yeah, from what I hear, there's no at least objection to Emily's plan of trying to use this guy to talk to Kavak.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, a lot of things,
I
Oh,
but
can't think of anything.
yeah, several things, but
What? No.
Because I can't think of anything doesn't mean that nothing could go wrong.
so yeah, so I mean, if you guys, I mean, are you going to ask him to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So for the sake of plot, I'll say that he begrudgingly complies. Um, he will, get on comms like at the base console or like the central, communications terminal, and he will hail the commander in question, who, uh, yeah, in this case, I'm going to have him do a roll, not to your detriment, but just to see how efficiently how persuasive he is. You get a general sense of that. Um, yeah, so uh, he does. So he hails Colonel Kavak and basically is, you know, saying like, like he reports in the status of saying, Colonel Kavak, it's Major Niazi. Like he basically just goes on to kind of give like an update and says like, is there any new um, intel from the source? Making it clear that he does know about the traitor, even if he doesn't necessarily know who it is. But here's the real kicker. Kavak says, well, I'll just make sure everybody's here before I say it. Yeah, she says, O'Connor's intel paid off, I take it. He hasn't given us anything since then, but given his situation, it's only a matter of time until he does. If he keeps this up, the war will end in decisive victory for the Union in no time. Was there anything else you needed, Major? And he slowly turns around to look at all of you.
I mean, we just got a name. I think that's pretty good info.
yeah. Um, there are a couple more things I want him to ask that'd probably like draw a lot of attention.
Okay. Because admittedly, I do kind of wish that had been mentioned beforehand. I will say,
Yeah.
I'll say if you want to try to be subtle about it, then that's probably going to be a roll. Otherwise, then the colonel will hear people talking in the background and kind of piece it together. So,
Yeah. Well, actually, so we're gonna like look over like the comms of the station, so that'll tell us some information. Is there anything else that you guys think we need to get at this like time from, straight from the horse's mouth, as it as the saying is?
I'm not hearing a
Strong
no.
Blitz, are you there? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got
I
nothing.
can't think of anything besides just we needed that identity. We got that, and
Yep.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
Maybe we could ask if they got some supplies, like a cache out in the forest out here. I don't know.
Mm.
That's a
Ooh, does he know of any other patrols in the area so we can avoid them on the way back?
That's a good question.
yeah.
If you want to, now, like I said, if you want to ask him that, and have it be, like subtle. In this case, I think I'm going to make it a recon roll. In the same
Well, I'm
sense
more
of like,
interested in just asking the commander without even like after the
no,
light
I'm
is
talking about
off.
like Emily's plan of like, while Colonel Kavak is on the line, and the guy that you're holding hostage turned to you as in, like, he
Mm.
didn't say is there anything else, but he's looking to you, like giving you that look like if there's something else, now would be the
Yeah.
time to say it. And the question is,
Why
like,
don't we just
if
write it down?
yeah,
Anybody
fair.
got a paper and a pen?
Do you?
I mean, this is what, like a command center. They they start opening drawers.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so, all right, well, I guess you write out. Well, though the problem is that you would have to spend time not only finding that but also writing it down. So I would say that no, you're gonna have to, um, like say it
Fair enough.
to the guy, because you've got a limited window of time before Colonel Kavak kind of gets suspicious. So in
Yeah.
this case, for Lena,
Okay.
I would say basically like to, kind of whisper it in the background is going to be a recon roll. In the
Tell them to
same.
hit the mute button on the radio real quick.
Okay, then yeah, if you do that, then fuck a roll. So fair
Um.
enough.
Okay. So the two additional questions, just to be like clear about it, we're gonna ask are there any like nearby patrols in the area? And then I also like the idea of asking, is there a a hidden supply cache? I think that's a really that'd be a good one to ask.
Well, what he'll tell you is that he says that um because the separatists have, like, at least from his perspective, total supremacy over the planet. They don't have need for like guerrilla warfare style like hidden camps and caches like you do. Um, in terms of patrols, that is a valid question, so he will ask that.
Okay.
So he asks
Yep.
that,
I'm satisfied with that.
and I'll say that, the colonel answers him and says that, there haven't been, any patrols. At least the last one that was dispatched was your own captain's, was it not? And he says, yes, ma'am, but I haven't heard back from the captain. And he says, I'm assuming that it must be a storm or something. Like, he definitely seems kind of nervous. Um, you know, so, uh, but at least from what you can tell, like, there are definitely some pauses, like very concerning pauses in Colonel Kavak's responses. But she doesn't like just instantly hang up. She does kind of engage with him a little bit and says, "Well, Major, if there is nothing else that requires my attention, I have other matters to attend to." And he says, "Yes, ma'am," and we'll hang up. So then he once again slowly turns to look at you.
You did very well, Major. We yeah, I'm sure you're extremely pissed off under your probably calm facade, but yeah, I do thank you for being willing to work with us, and we didn't have to turn to bloodshed.
Yeah, and he,
I say this as I'm still wearing my separatist armor.
yeah,
So.
yeah. That he's definitely been kind of, you can tell with his, that he definitely looks very disgusted with your, apparent like change of allegiance. But
I'm
at the
kicking him in
same,
the balls again.
well, no, no, no,
Nope. Don't
no.
ball kick up.
I was gonna say, that also the fact though that as I was saying that Lena, and this came up last session, that remember that not every single separatist soldier is like a card carrying villain like Simmons. Like like most of these people don't really have a choice. And in terms of how, like, they're really, their determination is mostly just like, for most of them, is just determination to win so they can just fucking go home. So like this guy, I mean, whether he's annoyed because you fucking shot him repeatedly, or because he just is disgusted with you being a traitor, Lena, or he just wants to get the hell out of here, or a combination of the three. um yeah, if there's nothing else, basically he just goes over, to where Riley kicked over his gun. He picks up his gun, and unless anybody stops him, he just walks out. So
Oh, I will get on the radio and tell, you know, I'll tell Mike not to run the guy over.
as a
Drop him to the
goddamn
ledge.
Lena, you ain't no fun.
Radio's breaking up. You said run him over?
Yeah.
uh So it's like, I heard it too. Start up the engines, please. We're going in. But in all seriousness, no, he doesn't. He doesn't run anyone over. Um,
Yeah. That crossed my mind a little
yeah,
bit too
very,
late.
very good save though, because he hadn't left the building yet. He just walked out the front door, and the IFE was around the corner. So, um,
Yeah.
okay,
That could
so
have gone very
yeah,
poorly.
it could have very gotten very ugly. But yeah, so um, yeah, you now have a name, O'Connor.
I've always had a name.
All the eyes just turned very slowly to the chef in the corner of the room.
Well, Chef's the one sort of supporting you.
Yeah, I just kind of like turned my head and I'm like, O'Connor, is that some of your family or your clan or whatever the hell you or whatever? Because at this point, Lena is so used to hearing like Mike talking about the Reynolds clan. It's like,
yeah.
is that the same? Is everyone like weird, crazy hillbillies?
Yeah. Um, so, well, Tobias, basically, I mean, he has kind of like, in part because I'm not necessarily, I try to avoid like RPing others' characters. He just kind of gives like a no comment
Mhm.
sort of answer. Um, but to break it down in terms of what your characters know, and I'm saying this in Tobias's part, because he fucking isn't here, um, is of the three O'Connors I mean, there's Kronk, who's here with you right now, and who's been with you, since the whole journey. There is Simon, his brother, who is an ODMC, who you met several sessions ago, who was working directly with an intelligence agent, like the intelligence agent who's been sort of a spearhead of trying to figure out who the traitor is. Like he's
Yeah.
the whole reason they know of a traitor, and Simon's been at his side the whole time. And then and it's also worth mentioning, Simon was not at that briefing that you
Yeah.
were a part of before the mission. Robert, Simon, and Tobias' father was at that briefing, so that kind of narrows it down. There may be more
Oh
O'Connors
boy.
that you don't know of, but of the three,
Yeah.
those are your options.
Oh boy, we're heading to some Jerry Springer type bullshit, it seems. Oh boy.
Man, Martha, man, that's my favorite show. Well,
Apparently,
them Duck Dynasty.
I don't know why I'm channeling the Reynolds clan, but Oh boy. But, yeah, this is certainly a very pickly puzzle, people.
Yes, because it does beg the question. Now that you have the name of the traitor, are you going to tell Major Hamada, or are you going to try to talk to Robert first?
I think we should probably snitch.
Okay.
This is a real pickle because, like, we're going over the head of our acting commander, which, I'm not saying that Kronk is vindictive, but it's a decency thing, I guess. I mean, do we know where Robert is right now? Is he back at base?
Yeah, because he's part of the command staff at the Fallen Giant, the down separatist ship. That, just as a reminder, because it's been a few sessions, that Major Hamada's plan was that, the only people that he told about the convoy mission was you, Delta Squad, and the command officers. And the idea is that the officers, if any of them were command in league with the separatists, that they would either, they would directly squeal, or somebody under their command would. He was basically trying to minimize the amount of people who knew what was going on, so it would be easier to narrow down suspects. And because you guys have been kind of off on your own for most of the campaign, ditto with Delta Squad, he viewed you guys like, okay, you're out of the loop. There's no way it could be you. So it's mainly just trying to see which one of his officers, namely, there was, as a reminder of names, there was Courtney Devereaux, Edward Becker, Todd Ayers, and Robert O'Connor. So, apart from you guys, Delta Squad, it was those four.
Yeah. Could you put down that list of names for us so
Will
we have
do.
them on hand coded?
Sure. Let me just do that because I was just kind of meandering and talking. So as I often do, wireless headset and all. So.
It's all good, but I'm very conflicted because we have this information. The easiest way would just be turn it over to who we're working with and have them investigate. But also just begs the question of, do we want to, do we want to learn more before we just turn this over in case there's other O'Connors that are on planet that we don't know about? And I'm posing this to the party because I'm very conflicted. It can go either way.
I put those names
depending
in
on
the
what
chat,
people
by the
want to
way.
do. Yep. Thank you.
There's a famous saying, right? Goes a little something to the effect of, "Not my problem."
Oh, I knew the build-up was going to be that. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, there's a famous saying that, when in doubt, kick him in the nuts or something like that. But
Well, that too.
But I think the original answer was funnier. So.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave that one open as an option.
But yeah.
And also, just as a quick side note, if you're wondering why there are 3 majors and yet Hamada is in charge, it follows the same logic as how how in your Alien game, Emily, that you have Hemlock and Coder both as corporals, but Hemlock takes charge because he's the senior one.
I meant it.
Yep.
That's basically Hamada is kind of the most senior of the 3 majors that are still alive, so he's technically the hierarchy, the higher one, the one in charge.
I get you.
So I'm just clarifying that for everybody, in case anybody's wondering.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Blitz said just turn it over. We should probably also ask Tom before we make that decision, just so he's in the loop.
Yeah, I didn't. I admittedly did not, divulge the identity of the traitor to him, in part because I wasn't totally certain if we were going to get to that point. But yeah, like we've only got 5 players total now by this point because Grace had to, go because of scheduling and school and stuff. So, um, Ghost, I mean, jumped into the call and has been as quiet as the grave since. So, I mean, I'm not going to account for that, but I mean, with you guys as players, like, I'm just gonna go for a majority vote here. I mean, you're probably gonna need like, okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. Maybe if you want, we can end it with you guys going back to base, and then once you're there, you can decide what you do next.
What do you think would be more interesting as a GM?
The whole dilemma of, of like, do you, like, or at least for Tobias, because admittedly, the like, family, like his family was supposed to be kind of, I mean, like the whole arc is supposed to be accessible for all the players, but it has personal significance to him, like to his character, and that definitely kind of gets handicapped by the fact that when the player is not really consistently attending or isn't present or what have you. Um, so by this point, I mean I'm just like throwing up my hands and saying like it's up to you guys. In terms of what would be more interesting as a GM, like one way or another, you're going to learn who the traitor is, or like you're giving a name to Hamada, and that's going to progress the story. It's just a question of like, do you want to learn more from like from Tobias' dad before you turn him in, or do you want to talk to him and see if there's more to the story that you otherwise don't know about? Like I can work with either. I just want to know what you as players want to do.
Yeah, my personal vote is that we possibly talk to Robert ourselves before we turn it over, just so we have like all the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Be a little
So
bit more
basically, so from what I understand, so that's
involved.
Emily's vote. Uh,
He knows that we're
Blitz's
going on this mission, right?
that Robert knows that you're on the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knows that we're on this mission. That means that this whole time, if it is him, then he has had all of this time to prepare an escape. So if we wait until we get back to do anything about it, that gives him plenty of time to leave or cover his tracks or whatever. So we should probably communicate that like immediately so that we don't have to like, I don't know, go hunt him down later on.
So so here what I'm hearing right now is very valid arguments from both sides. First of all, like I like the direction that you're both going. So Emily obviously wants to get the full story. Arthur does not want him to, potentially get away and do damage. So I guess Astron, you're really the tiebreaker here. If you were here.
I'm here. I think I'm kind of on the prevent him from getting away thing. I'm more concerned about getting the job done than I am like, well, let's know the full story. We need to make sure we catch this guy. Is top priority.
Okay. So
Okay. Yep.
Having more information about him is extra on top, but we can't sacrifice the main purpose in
right.
exchange for the bonus.
Because keep in mind that like he could potentially be the one thing that stands between like the separatists completely annihilating the remaining Marines. So.
Yep. Yep. It's a very valid argument. And,
yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm understanding then that the intent is to go back to the Fallen Giant and track down Robert and bring him in for questioning. Okay. Yeah, so in this case, I'm assuming you're probably, especially given how long the combat took and how loud it was, I'm assuming you're just want to just drive out and get the hell out and go back to base.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's see, where's the planetary map? Activate. And I'm specifying that because obviously if you're going to be looting and scrounging and shit, that would take quite a lot of time, and by that point reinforcements would be all over you. So, so you are here at Yale listening post, which, and like I said, you're on basically plot mandated infinite fuel. So, but you are going to need to go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hexes. So to do that, where is Bravo Squad? Where is your okay, party vehicles? Okay, so you've got a travel speed of 10 on road, 8 off road, but I mean basically the whole thing is going to be off road, so minus like going on one road. So I need a driving roll, and we're going to have Matthias do it. And Emily, because you're still controlling him, I'll let you do it while I get something to drink, because my throat's fucking hurting.
Sure.
So yeah, just give me a driving roll. Actually, do you have, before you roll, do you have access to that? There's a handout for like a shortened like travel handout for like terrain and stuff. Do you have access to that? I think I made it accessible to players in the journal entry, but
Snow terrain modifiers. Is that it?
no. I take it then that you didn't find it. Let me just hold on. Apologies for the delay. All right, so there's that, and I'm halfway home. Okay, because basically, like in terms of not the snow terrain part, it's just more like the like hills and all that stuff can do like a -1 or whatever to driving. So what I'll do is I'll configure ownership. I'm going to make all players observer on the travel terrain handout, and it's
Yep.
basically just a
It's
cropped
up for
version
me.
of that. So you can just scroll down and see the different terrain types. So let's see, for open terrain. You get a +1 to driving, though you're going to need to do like you'll do drive roll for that, and then 1 once you get to hills. So, driving roll, please.
Yep. Melt him down, Matthias. Driving. Okay. So that's a currently open ground. +1. And then
Yeah, like you'll get to here before needing to do another roll. So,
yep. Then I believe his tanker also applies, unless we're
it should.
hover vehicle. Yep. This is all tracked. Yep. You succeeded.
Okay, let's see. Yep, good. And also apparently I just saw a ghost passed out in the chat. So that kind of explains a lot.
Yeah, I was starting to think that maybe he joined then
Fell
possibly
asleep.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
I assumed that's what must have happened ages ago.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was either that or one of those things like joined and then got called away, and then kind of, one thing led to another. Okay, so you get
Yeah.
to here, because, oh,
Oops.
yeah, well, I guess either. And also, a fun fact, I was reading through urban operations, and apparently these dots in the middle are actually what determines, like, what's kind of the quote-unquote tiebreaker for a terrain. I mean, it mainly says that for, like, urban combat and like what's inside a building versus outside. My interpretation is that applies for terrain types. Like so, basically, if the central
Yeah.
dot is in hills, then even if there's like woodland or plains, then it's technically hills. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. In the travel terrain, there's actually a note in the first paragraph. Note the terrain type for the entire hex for game
Oh,
purposes is determined by the
SMH.
center
Yeah. So
dot
basically,
of the
yeah.
hex on the map.
Okay. So I complete. So that was a fucking fail moment on my part. So duly noted. Today I learned. I was doing the right thing all along, and I didn't fucking realize it. Okay. So. All right, so you got there, so I need another driving roll. I'm gonna need 2 total actually.
Yep.
So this one is going to
so
be a flat roll because of the hills is driving 0.
let me make sure I have Matthias selected. Token.
Well, you don't
Task.
necessarily need his token selected, just as long as I mean the dice pool is what really matters, as long as I know like who's rolling what.
So driving +0 for terrain, +1 for tanker.
Very nice. Okay.
Ooh,
So
boy.
so you get to here. One more driving roll.
Moving Mike Reynolds to tears with how well he can drive.
Yeah. Mike is probably like planning revenge at some point. So Mike's like, man, I tell you, Matthias, man, you better sleep one off than that, bud.
It'll just be a moment when we're driving across the road and Matthias, if he's elected to watch, we just hear like yelling and look out the tank, and Matthias is laying in the middle of the road where he's been fucking Vasa pushed off the tank by Mike. He got
Okay.
Mufasa.
Yeah. So okay. So anyway, so let's see. So before you move, so you obviously succeed, but the fucking the Predator has travel speed to 8. So you go 1. So in the night shift, because now we're going to the morning shift technically. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. So, are you going to want to set up camp in this shift, or are you guys going to just say fuck it and just go straight for the rally point? Oh yeah, very interesting. Doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yep. I need to make a medical aid roll to stabilize myself.
Oh yeah.
Or the night shift ends.
Yeah, I forgot about that. While you're doing that, so Ghost. Okay, the TLDR. Your father is a traitor. Yeah. Yeah. So, and let's see, because basically, you guys, well, you haven't fucking figured it out yet. Basically, like what the party's doing is while you were snoozing, the group did reach a verdict that due to the potential security risk that like if Robert knew about the mission, knew what you guys were doing, that you guys are going to like report him immediately. So that way he can, I mean, if he's still at base, then he can be apprehended for questioning.
Fun. So the stabilizing roll, it doesn't heal HP, does it?
No. Well, okay, well, first I'll address Emily's thing and then to Ghost. So, Emily, in terms of your thing, so you're back on your feet with HP, and you'll recover that from rest or from painkillers, but the stabilizing is a separate roll.
Okay.
As for Ghost's question, what evidence there is, so you guys tracked down the commanding officer that sent Captain Sarif last session. You managed to, convince the guy to talk to his superior and ask, like, has our source given us more intel? And that colonel specifically name dropped O'Connor. And couple that with the fact that the only 2 O'Connors who were directly privy to the knowledge of the secret, like, convoy plan were you and your father, and you aren't the traitor. I mean, that kind of narrows it down.
A big, deep secret undercover operation, and you've been lying to us this entire time, man. But probably not. Playing freaking one night werewolf and it's a secret traitor. He's been at our party all along.
That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'd have to hand it to you, bro. String us along for that fucking log and then stab us in the back. Oh, baby.
Instead of just making like subsequent remarks, you can just rewrite the whole thing instead of. I'm assuming you're saying now I want to know what the motivation is. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can get that, but I'm just saying that the group has voted in favor of reporting him and having him apprehended. So, like, they'll know that. I mean, he'll be. Oh, you're. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Sorry. So, but yeah, I mean, you guys are. Well, actually, let me ask you this. During the shift that you were traveling, um, because obviously we had Hugh, the radio operator tech redneck guy, um, Hugh the
Yeah.
Hugh the cable guy. That's what we're gonna call you.
No, I'll take it.
Hugh the cable guy. Are you gonna be calling Major Hermione to get her done?
I'm gonna get her done.
So
I'm not gonna
so
lie.
so if what?
I was like gonna say I'm gonna try to see if he's innocent, but I'm not gonna lie. If he's not innocent, I'm gonna kill him myself.
Jesus Christ.
The little casual
I was not
side.
Yeah.
No. See, the problem here is that is my father. I'm gonna try to find out if he's innocent, but if I find out that he is a fucking traitor and he could have inadvertently got me
I gotta
killed,
be right back, y'all.
All right, see
his
you,
own
Astron.
son, fuck that. You're dead to me.
Well, let me put it this way: I mean, what I was asking originally is just because we obviously had, you Hugh, the cable guy, and Arthur, who were, rightfully concerned that, if he knew about the whole mission, then he could potentially know what you guys were doing, and therefore, I'm asking, like, during the first shift that you were driving, would you, I guess I'll ask Blitz mainly because he was one of the ones who voted, and Asheron is not here. Would you, um, report into Hamada like on the drive there because you do have good vehicle comms.
Well, Blitz is muted.
Yeah, and Astron's. Oh no, never mind.
Right there. He's
I don't think I should be the one to break the news.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
guess I'll just default to saying Astron, like that Hugh the cable guy does it. So, because
I was gonna say that if it's all possible, once we tell him, could we wait until we get there to actually confront my father?
I mean, yeah, I mean Hamada says like if you radio him, he says like he's not going to just be executed on the spot. I mean, he's going to be taken into custody, so he can be
Yeah, no.
questioned.
Well, I wanted to be the one to confront him.
I mean, you can
That's
confront, like you can talk to him, but I mean he's going to be in a cell under guard. So
that is completely fine with me. But I'm gonna ask him what the fuck was he thinking.
so yeah, I mean if you want to have that conversation with the major, because yeah, I mean yeah, I mean Major Hamada will say like with the intel, like I just want to confirm that you're telling him in advance. So that way it gives, if Robert is indeed guilty, it gives him less of an opportunity to escape or cause drama. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you're doing that, then yeah, Major Hamada will, you know, give you very, sincere thanks for this, and he affirms the fact that Robert is, not going to be, like he's not going to be like executed via firing squad or anything. He will like, if possible, he
Yeah.
will stand trial if he is guilty, but for now he's being placed into custody due to the evidence, like the evidence that you provided, and the fact that he trusts you. And I mean, the mediator spoke high of you, and I mean, a lot the lone gunfighter. Like, there have been a lot of people you've helped, including him, that he's like, no, I trust you. So, um, so yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to fucking snitch on my own father. So
yeah, so okay, so yeah. Anyway, in terms of what I asked before, so we're in the morning shift. Does anybody want to do anything during the morning shift? I mean, I know Emily treated her crit, but I was going to say, does anybody Do you guys want to set up camp here, or are you just going to gun it straight for the rally point?
I say we gun it straight there, honestly. Well, I mean, the reason why I'm saying that is because there's less of a risk of anything happening to us now that my dad is in custody, and if he is the person responsible as a traitor, then once he's in custody, there is no man inside because they won't have contact to him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I'm just
So
asking
if
you,
we,
like, well, it's less
I'm
the fact of radioing ahead of time and more like I'm just asking, like, does anybody want to set up camp and rest, or do you want to just say, like, let's just get there as soon as possible? That's the only thing I want to
well,
clarify.
I was gonna say also because this helps prove if he's innocent or not. If we get it ambushed on the way there, and they like fucking specifically fucking target us, either that either proves that he's not. I mean, that would technically prove like that'd be evidence against him. But if nothing happens, or whatever, then
Well, do note,
it's
this is
us.
something that I think you most likely missed. I mean, I didn't bring it up, but I'm just saying that because I don't know how much you heard. Um, when the party was basically using um, the major garrison at the communications base as like a middleman, one of the things that the players asked him to ask was, "Are there any patrols in the area?" And the colonel that he was talking to said no. So,
Okay.
like, if there was anybody out there, I mean, like, if then it would just basically be like standard like random encounter rather than
What
like specific.
colonel are you referring to?
Um,
Just
the
I'm
major, I
aware.
posted her name in the chat, but there was a Colonel Seda Kavak, a separatist colonel.
Oh, okay. They're not fucking.
I could not hear any of that.
I'm talking to myself.
Oh,
I'm trying to fucking catch myself up to speed while also being sleep deprived.
oh.
I mean, there is a chance they could be lying, but that's like fucking picking at straws at this point. I'm just
Well,
trying
what
to
do you
figure.
mean they could be lying? Like who lying about what?
I mean, they could. I mean, they're separatists. I mean, are they? Have they defected? Like, is that like a thing that we know? Like, how would how would
Um,
how do they tell us this
well,
information?
let me put it this way: that in terms of how you learned of Robert's name, they didn't say Robert specifically. What happened was that, the players managed to convince the major that was garrisoned here, who was the one that the captain in the last session told you about. They managed Emily, like, well, with Chef's help, convinced him to be like kind of a middleman and like phone his commanding officer, Colonel Kavak, and say like, has the source given us anything new? And the first thing out of the colonel's mouth was saying O'Connor's intel paid off, I take it.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah. Then I say we should probably just get it there then, because if people do need to rest, they
Yeah, because
can
people
rest.
got really fucked up during that last fight. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say they'd probably give us time to rest,
yeah,
and
no,
the quicker we get
yeah,
there,
yeah, you'll give
the
them plenty
quicker
of time to
we get
rest.
to fucking confront and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
Personally, just from a tactical standpoint, and also from the fact that like a biased thing, saying as this is my character's dad,
yeah.
so I'm a little biased.
So,
Yeah, we lost two members they sent with us, and they both died from the same crit.
What did they die from?
Pierce
Hard
Hart.
impaled. Yep,
That
or whatever
the separatists
it's
actually
called.
can aim now? I didn't know that.
Well, it's less the separatists and more like mercenaries guarding the base.
Okay, well, and that makes me even more sense because the only time I've actually been shot was either by my own people or by a fucking mercenary. So
Yeah, well,
I've not
basically
been.
Crosshair and Keating from Delta Squad are dead.
Damn, that's rough. Not crosshair. Damn, rip. Let's also give them a proper burial then. Or at least
You, everybody's supposed. I mean, like, well, I'm assuming that you could probably take the bodies with you. Like, I'll give you that. But like, I did say that, like, I did ask everybody, like, do you want to take your chances, stay around, loot goblining, or did you want to just get the hell out of there before reinforcements showed up and everybody voted for the latter?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying like the bodies.
No,
Like we can.
I understand that. I'm saying you can do that, but like in terms of like a full like looting trip, that's not possible. But you can take the bodies of Crosshair and Keating and
Yeah, no, I was
press F to pay
wanting to.
respects.
I wasn't wanting to loot. I was saying take them to the base so they can
I
then
understand
be.
that.
Yeah, I'm just confused where the whole looting thing came from.
Well, I'm just saying that because just to clarify, because you were not present during when we said that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to loot. I want to go.
Okay. Okay. Then we're all
Yeah.
in agreement then. So
Yeah,
The back of
That's
this
awesome.
IEV is kind of crowded. We have 2 dead bodies, like wrapped in blankets.
yeah.
and the dog.
Yep.
The dog
And then there's
doesn't.
poor Romeo, who we had to move in the probably in like a litter to get because he's almost got paralyzed. The poor dude.
Yeah, he got shot in the spine
That's rough.
with a
Can
shotgun.
he? Oh, yeah, no, that guy's probably paralyzed. Not gonna lie.
No, thankfully he isn't because Lena
That is
saved him. But
the most luckiest motherfucker I've ever seen. He is extremely lucky.
Yeah.
Also, you're pretty good at what you do if you're able to prevent someone from going paralyzed from getting shot with a shotgun. To be fair.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it is futuristic tech,
Yep.
so
Bingo.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure aren't the shotguns also futuristic? That
Yeah,
kind of
8 gauge rather than 12 gauge.
yep.
Yeah, it
But
kind of counteracts everything.
so we're gonna take a rest, Ghost, or do you just want us to continue onward?
I think
I
the
say
consensus was
we
just to
just
gun it to the rally point.
yeah, we just go back and then rest there. There's no
Yeah.
real point.
Okay.
All right, sounds good to me.
So, all right, you guys get to the rally point, and then what we'll do is because we're pretty much like 15 minutes off from the 3 o'clock mark. Is well, obviously, I mean, you'll get sufficient time to rest and heal your wounds and all that fun stuff, your stress and everything. Um, you will have time to increase skills and learn specialties if applicable. Um, and like there isn't, and I'll just say mainly to ease potential concerns for Tobias. There isn't exactly like a time limit on when you can confront Robert. It's pretty much whenever. So, um, yeah. So we'll go over XP now. Is everybody here? I mean, I know Emily and Ghost are, but I just want to confirm that Astron and Blitz are present and accounted for.
Yep.
Okay. Astron, you there? I'll take that as no, and I guess I'll have to go over his XP with him later. Okay, so everybody, don you now your character sheets, and we will go through XP.
I'm not on my computer yet. Give me a second.
How much time do you need?
Like 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to tally up your XP for you.
I guess you can do that.
Because I realistically don't want to just wait 3 minutes for this, especially when we've got 2 other people here. Just would be
You can
otherwise
do that.
twiddling their thumbs. Okay, so anyway, XP. All of you participated, in some way or another. So, did you follow your moral code?
Yeah, I'll say Lena did. My
Okay.
moral code is you can't save everyone, but you'll sure as hell try.
Yeah, and you did just that. So that's a textbook case.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you protect those who can't protect themselves. You didn't really. Well, actually, kinda you. And the combat encounter we had, even though you were an NPC, I will give you that because you did definitely. Um, you weren't necessarily like an MVP in the encounter, but you actually going in, kind of, kept the momentum in the party's favor.
Did I?
So.
You see me? It's kind of cool then.
Okay. So Blitz, any comment on your moral code, or are you?
I don't think we. No, nothing of interest.
Okay. Did you work towards your big dreams? I mean, Chef, you didn't have any Simmons sightings.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, I
Hey,
think.
Astron.
Hey, Astron.
Is session still going?
Well, we're going through XP. We haven't gotten that far in yet,
Okay. Yeah.
so
I gotta get out of here.
oh, okay. Well, you want me to just tally up yours later?
Uh, I can get my XP, but I think that's all. I gotta get the
Well, I
XP
mean,
and
we're
get out
done
of
playing
here. Is
after the
all.
XP, so
Yeah, I know. I just if we're
but
tallying up XP, I need to count mine.
okay. So you participate. I'll just go through these. You participated. I think what's your moral code? Let
Any
me check.
problem needs the right tool to solve it. And I mean, I
Okay,
think I applied that shotgun pretty liberally in a
that is
brief and
true.
clear.
Yeah. Did you follow your big dream?
Uh, didn't really do that
Yeah,
today.
no. Okay, so now you're on par with everybody else. Did you make a significant discovery revelation? I mean, you just found out that Kronk's
Yes.
father is a traitor, so everybody gets that point. Um, so let's see. Let's see.
How many points have you tallied down so far?
I'm writing it down in a document. So far, you've got 3. You've got participate, moral code, and
Is
discovery.
kneecapping the commander guy an extraordinary action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I did like the persuasion roll to like learn about our big like revelation. Would that
Yeah,
count as
I would count
extraordinary
that,
or?
especially just how close of a tie it was. So I'll give you that, Emily. Um,
Cool.
Arthur, I mean, fuck that. Like, you running from the vehicle into the building in one round, that was extraordinary. Give yourself that point.
Awesome.
Did you perform a successful action with one or more roles related to your area's expertise, such as treating a wound as a medic or repairing something as a mechanic? I would say the only person who did was Emily as Lena. Because you're patching people up.
Mhm.
Did you travel through at least one hex on the travel map you had not visited before? I think so, in terms of the route you took going back. Like it's
Yeah,
slightly
'cause I think
different.
we
Because you
I think we
basically, I
took
think,
a different
yeah,
route down.
yeah. So you were like slightly off to the right. So yeah, you guys get the one hex thing. So go. So you're up to 4 right now.
Okay. I've tallied up the rest of mine. I'm gonna
Oh,
get out of here.
all right.
No
See ya.
more
Thanks for playing.
questions. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. So you all got the travel map thing. Did you overcome one or more dangerous events using violent or non-violent means? Yes, you did. Um, so are you still AFK Ghost or?
I'm good. Can you not hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm tallying up my XP right
Okay,
now.
all right, cool. So I don't need to keep marking it. Um, did
Okay.
you risk your life for your buddy?
I don't know. Did I?
Nope.
Well, Riley is yours, and in this case, I think if anything, Riley was the cavalry in this session. Like he was originally waiting outside because that's what Tom wanted him to do, but given how horribly things were going for you guys, like I was like, yeah, Riley, here's what's going on over comms, and he's like, you know what, there's nothing out here, so fuck it, I'll go back in. So he went back in and he saved the day. So if anything, your buddy actually saved you. I think
That's
his,
nice. I mean,
I mean, you're his buddy, but the problem is, because the player wasn't there. I mean, I'm not going to give XP to somebody who wasn't there. Just that's the brutal reality of it. Um,
I
did you make
mean,
sig-
uh,
did you make
I
significant
would
progress?
say since I'm getting XP for stuff that I wasn't here for, I think that should, count for him. Seeing as I'm getting
Um,
XP for stuff I wasn't here for.
well, but I mean, you should like. Here's the thing: you were there. Like you
I
came
mean,
in and
like
granted
me
at
as a
the end.
player. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, sure,
I
what the
feel like
fuck? I'll give it to him, but I'm not. But
yeah,
just so you guys know, I'm not going to make a habit of that. So
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
since
that's
you're
that's
giving me
fine.
XP for this instance, that
yeah,
seems just fair.
I agree. I agree completely. You convinced me. Did you make significant progress towards or complete your current objective? Yes, you figured out who the traitor is. Um,
Yeah, and I'm either gonna try to for freaking prove his innocence or fucking kill him myself.
okay. Um, so that and did you take a life-threatening critical injury and recover from it? I think Lena, in your case, you did. I think yours was. a fatal crit? Shattered knee,
Yep,
yes,
you could.
lethal.
Yep, I need to mark it non-lethal now. It's been
Yeah.
treated, but I have about 2 weeks to recover from it.
Well,
so it's
keep
gonna
in mind
be...
that if people are giving you medical treatment the day resting counts
Yep.
as double.
Yep, I'll definitely keep that in mind, but I have quite a bit of a time to heal
Yeah.
through.
Well, you're in a situation where you can get medical attention, so you're fine.
Yep.
Not gonna be like fucking Father Jay, who's like, oh, you know what, your character and an NPC are on point. I'm gonna shoot your character with a sniper rifle. Fucking douche. Anyway, and that should be all the questions. So if anybody wants to spend XP, you're now in a situation where you can do so. If you want to get a specialty, let me know what.
Yep.
Um,
Go from a C
actually,
to a
that's mostly
B,
fine, honestly.
15. So that's...
Not looking too bad. What am I too heavy from? What the fuck?
What?
It says I'm too heavy, and look, my. You know that gives me a good idea. I could get the specialty load carrier if I
Which
don't
I'm
have that
pretty
already.
sure somebody has. I think Arthur has it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm tired of having a micromanagement gear. I'd get load carrier.
Yeah, if you don't already have it, then I mean Arthur, if you're willing to teach it to him, then you can get load carrier.
Yep.
Okay, then there you go.
Let's
10 XP and it's yours.
see. I have 11
Now I have
XP.
2 current XP, lovely. But now I have load carrier. Let me grab it real quick.
I think it's been asked before, but what kind of specialties does the party have?
Well, I'll tell you. I have martial artist, rifleman, launcher crew, machine gunner, ranger, combat awareness, infiltrator, runner, load carrier. Now that I just got it, cook, farmer, killer, tactician.
I heard combat awareness, and I noticed that Lena doesn't have it. That would be my recommendation.
Yeah,
I can
I
teach
think
you
I'll...
combat awareness.
Yep, that is a good one. So I
Alright.
spent...
Yeah, it's always good to be able to go first.
Yep, and Blitz, are you gonna get anything with your XP?
I'm gonna hold on.
Okay.
That was a good idea.
Other than that, hopefully that, I mean, in spite of the kind of on again, off again player count, hopefully that was a fun session.
Oh, definitely. I had a lot of fun.
Glad to hear it.
I certainly wasn't expecting to spend part of the combat encounter down, but it was partly my own...
Well, I mean,
my
thankfully
own
there was another character to play, and
action
that's really,
roles. Yeah.
why I advocate for, I mean, not having like an army of NPCs like Steel Talon style, but at least a couple that, you know, if one player gets neutralized or whatever, then you have somebody else to play. So, um, but anyway, so yeah, there's that. If there are any other questions, comments, concerns, just let me know. Other than that, we are going to be playing our next session on the 20th of October, which, I mean, I'll do a roll call when we're closer to that.